Welcome back, one and all, to Dreamworks Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt. With me, as always, we have the wonderful members of the Peacekeepers. Oh, hello, Peacekeepers. How are you all doing tonight?
We're doing fantastic.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, man. What? Okay, so in terms of recap, what didn't happen last time? Because fun crossover meeting with Charlotte, the head of House Irons, down in the depths underneath Maynard's lair. After you guys very carefully using a spell I had almost forgotten existed in D&D up until the second before of Charm Monster to bring Maynard out into the sunlight, and you all jumped her. But of course, not only that, it turns out that when talking with Charlotte, Gabriel and more of the champions and chosen showed up, claiming that Shen wasn't really the Shen that we know, but an imposter. Through some very dangerous yippee-ki-yay shenanery, Shen cut off the hand of Adora, grabbing the Sword of Protection, booked it out of there, just when Charlotte and the other vampires finished whatever blood ritual they were performing. Of course, as the Chosen, you all opted to chase after Shen, and thankfully, due to some crazy good perception v stealth, to be fair, it was like 10 players versus 1. It doesn't feel fair sometimes. But indeed,
it felt very fair.
It felt very fair. What's wild is Shen could have gotten away with haste. It was a who knows what could have happened. But through some investigation, again, after you caught up to Shen, captured him, Shen is indeed one of these older changelings. Someone that was rather put into his household at a young age because Shen is the Emperor of China, or will be. In which time, of course, the decision was made because there's a lot that can happen. Imposter Shen, fake Shen, or Fen, as we can call him, Fen decided to try to keep himself alive, offering to lead the parties through Shadowfell, through this, what we would know as the antithesis of the Feywilds. The Mountain Party elected to go first then with Fen the actual doppelganger, to try to figure out more of that, because for your party, there is still a lot of, especially Gingy, you got to kind of meet another creation of the Muffin Man.
2 more, actually.
2 more, yeah. Although they're not cookies, apparently the tomato knows the Muffin Man too.
Do they identify as fruits or veggies?
Do they identify as fruits or veggies, though? That is the question. So, of course, we'll do a little bit of that for you, Rebecca, just so that you can kind of meet with Bob the Tomato, just because last time the connection was a little iffy. But, of course, it's more than just finding Uriel. For Valka, it's your grace is some of the things being used in the creation of these creatures, and it could be very beneficial, at least predecessory to going to Shadowfell, for you all to meet and try to look for Uriel and Valka's grace, so that while you're there, it solves a bigger problem before it occurs, so to speak. Maybe that's a good way of putting it.
I just really don't want your grace to wind up in the hands of the bad
Because I'm just so scared that Augustus the DM has this countdown for like when the demons find Uriel, and then it's like if we don't find him first. Like I'm sure he's making rolls periodically of like how their search is going. I don't think nothing happens off screen. Stuff is happening off screen, I'm sure.
Yes, I am. I like to think I'm a pretty interactive DM world where if you guys don't do thing A, thing B's will happen in the background.
It was like because we didn't stay and do stuff in Ilvanor, we got the vampire encounter that we got.
Exactly, by choosing...
But also that if we had stayed in Ilvanor, Calamity probably would have like auto-killed us when we got to Drow.
That's true.
It's very true. Where we'll begin then is as the Mountain Party is bamfing out Tree Stride. Again, I guess the champion known as Moses has that staff allowing them to kind of do more of that teleportation.
He doesn't roll like a 20 and ends up with a displacer.
Yes, when Moses does things right, things work. We will then cut with you guys you electing to stay in Ilvanor, of course, just for the quicker time being, also to talk with Queen Rayhan, who has just finished up at the ports.
And you also said we stuck Adora's hand back on, right?
I'm allowing, because Adora's hand wasn't...
I was like, poor Ellen, she's missing an eye and a hand.
It wasn't necrotically ruined. All it takes is a bit of magic. Because Shen cut it off, and the hand wasn't mangled.
It's just a little bit of magical
any
surgery.
sort of healing from Gingy with the hand. It's like how a doctor can reattach fingers and limbs if kept on ice and properly treated. It might
Not
feel
limbs.
a little...
Fingers, yes.
I said limbs. I think the word I meant was appendages.
I think you were looking for extremities, because you were probably thinking fingers and toes, right?
Yeah, extremities.
Yes,
We'll
those
go
are
with
possible.
extremities.
I was gonna say.
I'm sorry, okay? English is a dumb language and has too many words that are near what you want to say,
It
but
is
not
true.
exactly what you want
It
to
is
say.
true.
We will start...
I just meant like degree in English.
Yeah, right. What we'll begin then with is Gingy. The tomato would love to talk to you.
Who?
This tomato that's with the party bounces up to you. And again, this is Bob the Tomato, right? That little animated boink boink. The tomato bounces up to you, Gingy. Hi, I was told you know the Muffin Man? You know the Muffin Man? Who lives on Drury Lane?
Yes.
As you see, he says, yeah, no, he created us. And you see he pulls out a tiny little cherry tomato, who looks like a miniature Bob the Tomato, who goes, hi, I'm Bob Jr.
I have brothers.
You have brothers. You see Bob goes, apparently we're all over the world. Something Bob would ask you then, Gingy. So I'm curious, like, why are you not a fruit or vegetable?
I'm a cookie.
You see Bob goes, yeah, that's weird. I've never met
I guess it's good.
Oh, so are you, like, supposed to tell people about the word?
About what?
You see, he goes, you know, the word of the Lord, like scripture verses and helping people. Is that what you're supposed to do too?
No, I just started teaching people about the Muffin Man after he died.
You see Bob kind of looks at that, confused, just like, well, I was told that we vegetarians, you know, he kind of like gestures with his non-existent hands over to Bob Jr. We're supposed to like be little messengers and tell people about, you know, about Zephim, God, and you know, Uriel, the Muffin Man. But like, that's kind of like our purpose. Was that not your original purpose?
I was just created, as far as I know.
As you just say that, you see Bob goes, you don't have to do things. Oh, okay. That's really cool, I guess. I guess, you see Bob's gonna hand you a tiny little, like, veggie scroll on, like, veggie leaf. Just, like, I guess if you see other vegetable people, if you can just give them this, and kind of holds this. This is a letter written by Bob just to vegetarians, like, if you're out there, hello, here's who we are, like, in case there's others like us. See, Bob just says, yeah, if you see, I did have one other question. have you talked to the Muffin Man recently?
He just told me we were in a battle and he told me somebody killed each other.
You see, Bob goes, so he does speak to you. Okay, because I reached out recently and he told me not to contact him. I just didn't know if you had... So he contacted you?
Yeah, he's done it a couple times.
You see, Bob has a very strange look on his face, Gingy, of... Okay. That's awesome. No, if he wants to talk to you, that's helpful. He can talk to you. I guess if you talk to him... You see, Bob. Okay, if he talks to you, can you just let him know Bob wanted to ask? I had some questions for him. If you can talk to him first, I guess.
I will. Can I somehow try to commune with the Muffin today? Hey, I have this friend here who wants to talk to you. Can he talk to you?
Gingy, that's a fair question. Do you have the commune spell?
I think so.
Because I know, with you guys being level 7 right now, it might be one of the ones. I just don't know if it's prepped, is always that question. Not seeing it.
Yeah.
Rats. No worries.
I don't have any.
It's a 5th level spell anyway.
Oh, okay.
It is a 5th level. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we didn't get that yet, but
I'm like,
haven't
that'd be
really
wild.
cared, so.
I'd say, Gingy, it's like until either you have more of a downtime long rest or something similar. For now, it's just Bob's gonna pass along this message of like, if you talk to him first, please let him know I'm out there and listening and not sure why he's not talking to me.
I will ask him and try to get him come to you.
See, Bob goes, yeah, no worries. You see Bob Jr. then goes, you're very helpful, mister. You give him a gun drop. Yes, you can. Bob will take that gum drop just like, awesome, thank you. Bob will give you one of his tomato leaves in return. Take a bardic.
Nice.
This is a D8 bardic, or a D6 bardic, whenever you need it.
No, didn't he just level up his...
Oh, yes, it is a D8. It's a D8. Yes, Bob is leveled up.
Last time Mountain we...
Right.
Yeah. Gingy, as Bob the Tomato said, no, thank you, as he and Bob Jr. bounces off, and you see little Bob go, bye! Does that little weird wavy thing that vegetarians do. For the party as a whole, as the mountain party leaves you guys, they're stepping through this tree nearby, off into a portal to the unknown. What? I know, right? Wrong properties. What do you guys want to do first? I know the thoughts were like, do you want to immediately go back to Queen Rayhan, or did you guys have some stuff you want to talk about first before you headed off?
That's an excellent question.
That's an excellent question.
Come in.
Oh, it's a person we know and love. Come in.
Come in.
Hello.
Hey. Like that. You good? Just the mountain party has said their goodbyes and are heading through the tree portal. So it's literally perfect timing of now it's you guys. Like, what's the goal with a vibe.
Bob's existential envy of Gingy.
It's like, oh, Dad plays favorites.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Bob the Tomato went. So wait, you get to talk to your. You get.
It's okay. Mom loves everybody equally.
So Valka's got it.
Bob made him special.
Bob made him. Wait, what? Never mind.
I'm just gonna choose not to question it.
Yeah. So we're basically deciding what we want to do next. We know that we were hoping to talk to Queen Rayhen. What specifically did we want to do? Just kind of update her on everything?
I think she deserves an update.
I think it's that we make sure she's recovering, and maybe that quick, like, we have to. Is our plan still Burke for now?
I think so.
So it's not like, can you give us a ship or something to get there?
We found Mervis and Seahawk now, so we.
Right, that'll happen, so we'll probably see them again.
Yes.
Also, thanks again for being willing to help me out that one day.
We should tell her to just fire everybody in her court and, like, not hire anybody.
That is a possibility.
She's had, like, a 2-for-2 trader situation here. Like, she's
also,
got a clean house.
When you. If you want, I can just start picking you up for D&D because I'm driving here anyway.
No, it's I just got off work 5 minutes ago.
Just all the craziness and
okay.
so.
You know what we should do? We should offer to have you, like, cast detect thoughts on all of her ministers and people who are left. Like, are you gonna betray her?
You could, like, straight up go back to the court and be like, everyone line up.
Everybody line up.
Sorry,
Just
I'm being a punk.
No, you're good.
No, honestly.
I will say, as a party, for sure, heading back to, the main chariot's wheel, where the palace is. What you would all notice, of course, is it's structured pandemonium right now. Soldiers are going every which way, carrying about almost a fifth to a third of her armies that have all just gained 5 points of exhaustion as these vampiric spawn were...
all the really tired people, throw them in jail.
That's not the only thing they get. They also get treason.
They also get... I would actually say...
I'm not sure what the world building is, because were they, like, under vampiric charmer stuff? Like...
You walking by, you see, like, 2 guards are carrying a third who's, like, full limp. Again, 5 points of exhaustion. You're just a corpse.
Yeah, but did they become vampiric?
This dude's walking through. It's like, no, I didn't get coffee this morning, guys. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It's like, Gerald, you absolute piece of garbage. You were gonna bite my neck as they're jogging by. You assume, like, most of them that were spawned turned willingly. Well, because that is treason. It's like if they were vampiric spawn, it was under the express ideal of, ooh, we're gonna get basically superpowers, and we're gonna be this all-powerful vampire nation.
Hey, Rays!
And right, like it was a like very conscious choice. It would seem.
I just never want to assume, because then we end up being war criminals.
That's
and
fair.
We've been doing so well.
Right. The Peacekeepers are actually doing well.
Your hair looks so nice.
With that said. Queen Rayhen is standing in front of the palace as a lot's happening. You see Mermista is like just kind of like 3 steps behind her, arm folded, in full battle gear, just kind of waiting. As Seahawk is standing then next to Mermista, looking pretty pleased. He seems happy nonetheless that he's not dead, no one's dead, like everything did turn out fine. Queen Rayhen sees you all then approaching, waves you over. As you approach, Queen Rayhen draws her blade and plants it in the dirt before her and uses it to lower herself onto both knees. As you see, she says, "Thank you, Peacekeepers, for saving my kingdom once again. You are forever in my debt as queen."
It was an honor and a pleasure.
I kneel back.
You kneel back. Immediately she's like, "You do not kneel for me. You have done me the honor." As she like awkwardly lifts a door, and she'll stand up herself.
Cool, I was gonna say, you are injured. Can you please not?
As standing up, Queen Rayhen looks at the assembled party. The majority of my men have already taken the vampiric spawn to a quartered area of the guards' barracks. We have turned into temporary we don't have enough prisons for the 400, 500 men that were vampires. So you see, she looks much better. Again, Gingy did a lot of healing, lesser rest, and all that. So she looks a lot better than when you guys first saw her, you know, all chained up, many points of exhaustion herself. You see she turns. I truly cannot thank you enough. What can I do for you?
We at least want to update you. Because apparently we have had treason of our own. Apparently Shen was not who he said he was. He has been taken care of. Not like Dark taken care of, no, but like he's in a party's, some of the other champions' hands for now.
I don't think we
as he is of the Underdark.
You see, she goes, the Underdark. He is one of the... you say changeling. Because I'll even give you, it's that natural mistake, but like, she goes, changelings, I've heard of these creatures.
Feywild,
yes, of the Fey and the Shadowfell. The Underdark, I would assume, then Shen would, you were saying he would have been one of the rat folk, toad folk.
No, sorry, it's the Fey.
He's a creature of magic replaced Shen. The person who did help us save your kingdom is still there somewhere. We're hoping to try and rescue him someday.
You see, she looks really pensive. We all have been tricked, it seems.
I want to roll. This is just Megan Crackpot Red String Theory.
Yeah.
Again, now that we're thinking about changelings, it's like, who are the most significant people in like different areas of the world? Do we need to roll a quick insight of like, do we think there is or was a changeling in Ilvanor, or was that Kepsin, or like, is there an active changeling in Ilvanor?
Go ahead, give me an insight check.
And please someone with better insight than me also roll.
I don't know what my also does. Let me check.
Oh, I have decent insight.
I will also roll.
You're good. Yeah, get some more.
Double check my modifier. Plus
We don't
1,
have
so
a
that's
cat
exactly a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
17.
I checked the last time I
Nice.
All of you
That's
stop
Very
and think.
lucky roll.
Kepsin, if he was a changeling, you may never know.
Mm-hmm.
He made a deal with Pitch Black and has seemingly gone off into who knows where. For worser for worser.
Mm-hmm.
Maynard was a vampire.
Was a vampire, so couldn't have been, yeah.
It's more of when you talk of changelings, and what Fake Shen or Fen said is, I'm gonna keep calling Fen.
So it sounds like fishin'.
Fishin, he's fishing. I love it. Fishin was more
Guys,
talking about
we're missing it. We could call him Shake.
Shake, Fake, Shen the Fake,
Shun the
Shake,
Fake.
Shake. Shake was saying that the people that for Shake,
That is also
he swapped out Shen. You know, the heir of China, the great grandson of the head of this dynasty, right? Like this, like a very important political figure. Maynard and Kepsin were advisors, like very powerful, but like they grew their power. Like you wouldn't want a changeling and have to like push for power because that's suspicious, right? On a dirty 20, because it's like how your insight would go there, Valka, if Rayan and Wolfric don't have kids, it might point to one or both of them being the changelings then. Because again, changelings put for direct line. They don't...
But my thought being that would have been too long ago probably, because aren't they like older?
They're older, but Shen was not like a 12-year-old either. Like Shen was in his 20s, 30s. Like he was a mid-range, right?
Question. Could I
Yeah, it would have been right at the start of his exile.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but I was thinking of like
20,
Rayhan and Wolfric.
20s.
Early 20s. Well,
I
but
was
that's the
thinking
thing
of them
is...
as more in like their 40s.
No, Rayhan and Wolfric are early 30s.
Oh, okay.
For some reason I thought
So
they
maybe
were
it is more-
she is a very young queen. Like, I mean, again, it's that like you have
So
that thought
it
of
could be
like
one of those
they
two.
could still
That
have
was
like
part of what
Yeah.
I was trying to rule them out of, like, oh, they're like older.
I have a question then. I am out of second level spell slots, which is what I use for detect thoughts. Am I able to use a higher spell slot even if it doesn't add any buffs?
yes, for sure. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Then I have 2 third level spell slots left. May I use them on Rayhan and Wolfric? And I want to say,
Okay.
because I have a lot of respect for these people,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to ease your mind and your husband's mind. May I please cast Detect Thoughts on both of you in turn to verify?
you see
you are who
Rayhan
you
goes,
say you are?
absolutely.
Okay, that's good.
We can go find my husband. He is helping round up spare guard through the city. But yes, you see she opens her palms. I'm gonna let her auto-fail her save.
Okay.
Queen Rayhan,
And I'm not probing. I'm literally just going for, are you a changeling?
changeling, immediate surface level. I have lived my entire life amongst the people of men. If I am a changeling, even I am not aware of this. Which is that, like, no, they're aware if they're changelings.
They're
like,
very aware.
so,
Yeah.
like, her surface level, and she is
Fail.
even, like,
Yeah.
also, if you want to go deeper, you can
Nope.
really check.
I
But Queen
do not
Rayhan
wanna do that.
During
is...
this, I turn to Mermista and like, apparently there's more double troubles in the world.
That's a good
you
way
see
to put it.
Mermista's like, was that the, like, really weird gankly one that they were, like, green and...
Scrunkly
And
boy.
she could turn into anyone, yeah.
Scrunkly, yeah,
Scrunkly.
yeah.
And apparently Shen was one of the Scrunklies.
Is that what we're calling them now?
Shen,
Scrunkly.
was that, you were telling me,
The
is that...
bird?
Because she's looking at your companions, like, oh, the bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we never really met.
No, yeah,
cool.
you didn't.
So I think while we're walking with Rayhan, Valka's gonna want to update her on the specifics of the vampires. Like,
Yes.
Vader's dead, the others all did get away, and talk about, like, it sounds like they just needed to be here for the ritual, and I don't think they're, like,
Gonna come
gonna
back.
bother Ilvanar anymore. Like, I don't think there's anything here for them that they want now that they've got whatever information they came for. But just so you're aware, we don't know what information they got from that
You see,
ritual. and
Rayhan
it's probably
takes
not
this. Maynor wanted my kingdom for her household is something. She looks at Ostrantis again, this like much older black woman in the background who's just been kind of like letting you guys take the reins. Your friend Ostrantis did explain this. If Maynor is dead, then I doubt her family will come back, though they may indeed hold prejudice against you all now.
But it shouldn't be your problem.
See, Raynor just said, Odin willing. I keep hoping it's not my problem, and it always is, but thank you for the sentiment. As you run up, you will actually be greeted by Wolfric. He definitely... he's a bit terrifying. You realize when it's battle mode. Hair is now pulled back in tight ponytail, beard wild, eyes berserker style, as there's a lot going on. He's got full great blade out, runs up just like...
Is he a berserker barbarian?
He's a berserker barbarian.
Yes!
This is a Celtic or Nordic man who
Very
berserks.
Love it.
Wait, what's
I have no.
Right, we've rounded up most of them in our city, but we've got some holdouts, and we found someone who's looking for you lot. As he gestures to you, the Peacekeepers.
Yeah, what's up?
Right, do you know someone named Dax?
Do we need to roll a history
It was
check?
the fish folk, wasn't it?
Claims they're looking for you, claims they want to meet with you. I'm not an idiot, so I have them with a couple of my men back there.
Smart. Let's just see.
I'll say even passive history, that is not a name we've heard before.
Okay, thank goodness. Also, I want to cast this Detect Thoughts before we forget.
You cast Detect Thoughts. Would you like to tell him what's going on? Give him a chance to either
Yes.
try 60 or fail?
King Wolfric, with all due respect, to give you and your wife peace of mind, we're checking to see if you are perhaps not who you say you are. Are you?
I am not. You see, he pulls out his beard and lips. So, I'm not a vampire. Shows like straight here. Oh, what?
No,
I
are
was
you
with
from
changelings,
changelings?
and I'm going to
Changeling.
Detect Thoughts
Or,
when he's up.
no, I don't think I can change.
Shapeshifters?
You see, he'll actually give. Wait, if you want my thoughts, you see, he's like, give me a moment, and he takes a half
Right.
second, comes out of his rage.
Oh, you
Uh,
right.
just
Thank you, sir.
nothing like mechanically, just to be like,
letting me waste a spell slot.
yeah, like he calms down. You see, he sheathes sword on the back. Ooh, green grass, small lake, still waters.
That's so cute. I love his affirmation.
Okay, I'm ready. Search my mind. He'll auto fail as well.
Okay.
Wolfric is not a changeling.
Good.
Thank goodness, I was gonna cry.
Is
if
most
you wanted
yeah.
over.
It's actually, here's what I'll give you. Wolfric has failed. Is thinking about this. To his understanding, a changeling is like a shapeshifter, like a werewolf. So his first thought is usage, and that also helps prove like he definitely doesn't know what a changeling is.
You would know.
No, not a shape form, like a change, like many, like. So you see, he opens up his mind. What I'll give you then, passive insight, as Osriantis will kind of whisper to you. They're a young couple. They don't have kids yet, but their kids might be on a changeling list. As it's that like
So
kind of like Shen's parents Shen's parents may have been in that age range, but Shen himself was that like, okay, this is where we might start.
I am then going to use message to warn the both of them, just through message. Guard your children. So, like,
You
never.
message Wolfer just goes, whoa. Raider's like, we've talked about it. We're looking into options. Like it's like you it's
I don't
like
want to be a busybody.
I
but
know, right?
I
It's
gotta be a
like
busybody.
any couple ever. It's like you ask the
not-
awkward question. They're like, we
I'll
get
try
what
and
you
be
mean,
the
but
tiebreaker of like, let's say hypothetically.
Okay, like, I'm saying, don't let the midwife take the child away from you after you give birth.
No, Dora's trying to help him going. We found out that Shen was replaced at birth.
you see, they go, understood. Indeed,
That
Wolfric
becomes
then
the
turns as you see.
power.
Wolfric has finished his affirmation. Finished his.
His affirmation.
Okay, sorry. More clear state. Yes, no, but my men captured. It seemed like a drow, one of those elvins, wanted to speak with you.
I don't know any drow. Sure.
Well, right, come in. He's not too far.
Yeah.
As indeed, we cut. Tice, would you like to introduce your character?
Oh, I'm so dumb.
Maybe like
that's a fun flavor. That's so fun. Hey.
yeah. Maybe just like what do you think your character looks like? Kind of give that physical as all this is happening.
Well, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm. So Dax is a shorter drow. He's about 5'5". He has mid-range white hair. It's never really kept well. On top of his hair, though, he has the classic steampunk goggles. Except they're homemade.
Are you an
It looks like
artificer?
the front eyes of a jumping spider. He wears a dark, kind of tattered black cloak. The cloak has a few patches on it where he has sewn things on, and he is wearing some homemade, kind of a light blue button-up shirt and dark slacks. Now, his shoes are old and don't quite match the rest of his arms.
Yeah.
Stepping,
I love the
yeah, wonderful detail there, Tice. Dax is really cool. Like again, Dax having stepped straight out of like a steampunk Victorian novel. Like you look really dope, except it is still like that general disheveled look.
You look dope, but insane.
You look a good level. What I would say, Dax, is again having come up to the surface. The guards, apparently something big was going on here. You're not being restrained in a bad way, but there are two guards on either side of you, hands on shoulders. When you ran into this wild, barbaric king, it looked like, who was like, stay here, and just like sprinted off. Like, didn't give a lot of like extra to that. So what I would ask then, Dax, you will see though, the party, as you all come around, you see then Dax escorted by the two guards. Dax, these are some of the people that fit the descriptions of rumors that have already circulated through the Underdark. This is definitely kind of like some of the stuff we've talked about. Like, it's easy enough to go, there's the woman with the Pegasus, there's the fighter, there's the Aetherborn, like there's the cookie, obviously.
Yeah, there's the
like,
cookie.
It's
the
like
obvious one.
Shen, that's gonna take a hot second. Dax, you're kind of picking up on like, okay, I've heard the rumors and stuff. As Wolfric and right, this is the man. Do you know him, or are we supposed to?
Neither
We can
yet.
hear him out. What's up?
He almost looks like a guard.
Dax is going to kind of fall to a knee and like bow in front of this
There's a lot of
person who
bowing going on
has
today.
about.
So much
So, okay, you may have heard a little bit about Adora being this like savior and deific person from this other plane of existence. He's gonna bow Valka as being kind of this not Valkyrie type person, but again,
Valkyrie type person.
Valka the Valkyrie.
he recognizes that he is in front of people that are more than just mortal. He's now.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
a
up?
lot of bowing.
Who are you then?
You don't need to bow. Get up. Get up, please.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, you're good. What's up? Dog?
So,
Don't know. Adora's not comfortable with people bowing to her.
so it's like, what are you doing?
So, who are you and why are you looking for us?
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of you guys.
My bad. Can you hear me better if I talk this loud?
What are you?
Yes.
For all of us.
I just yanked the mic cord. I'm sorry, that was
Oh,
on me.
Thanks.
No.
I was like, I can help, and I'm like, oh, that did not help. Oh no, that did not help. There we go. Okay, not touching anything. Should all be good.
Who are you and why are you looking for us?
Who and why?
Oh, sorry. My name is Dax. I'm Odax. People call me Dax for short, but I am on a mission. I encountered people, and they told me that I needed to find you. It is a matter of, the Slavic world. I do not entirely know. I'm kind of new to this whole listen to above type of thing.
Oh, fate brought you to us. Oh, we're familiar with that.
You're definitely familiar with that.
Oh,
What did you say your name was? Full
then I found the right place.
Odax.
Oh,
Odax.
But Dax for short.
Where are you from then? And who sent you our way?
Well, you see, I'm from below. the sewers.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
I think, Minrith, you're
Have
probably
you ever heard of?
Minrith. You're the only one of the group that would have heard of this.
Oh!
Well, because
that
Adora,
makes
it's that like being off world basically, and Valka, it's that
To be
like
very honest, Vikings did not have sewers.
the Vikings.
Yeah,
The
what's a
sewer
sewer?
is the closest word in common for Underdark.
Yeah.
Because Underdark is more of like a descriptor. If you're trying to like actually name it, most inhabitants would call it the sewers.
Going
It is-
spelunking a little too much.
The world beneath the entire crust almost of our world. It has many different entrances
It's
and
like
exits.
the next layer down.
Subterranea, right? Think Journey to Center of the Earth, for those that right, like to a certain extent. But yeah, so Minrith, I think you would know when Dax. I'm from below the sewers, and you can explain this to the party then of
Yes.
this.
He's just from the basement of the world. So, sorry. So you said that you were sent here, you don't really know why, just that you know that you're supposed to travel with us, or was there something specific you needed from us?
Let's see. So, yes. Well, you see, I had an encounter up in the sky, and this person of the sun told me that I needed to find you. It was not very clear why. I just needed to find and travel with you. There was something about helping to stop the end of the world, and it seems that there was a recent vampire attack.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is back in Red String.
I was not a part of that.
Maybe this is back in Red String theory territory. He said person in the sun, and after all the checks we made last session, is that like Raphael or like related to angelic beings?
Who knows?
Dang it!
I don't know. I don't know the names you're saying. He just talks to me. I do not.
Can you describe
We're not on a
him?
first name basis.
Was he a moon dude?
He said so.
Well, he
But
said sun.
I kind of owe
Sun.
him my life. He saved me from drowning. So
Did he have white hair? Like, can he describe him, and can we tell if that looks like an angelic being?
Extremely bright. I'm gonna find a window and like point.
Can we check, like, insight or something? Was this probably Raphael, or, like,
it's
lower angels?
Dax, you rush over, point up at the sun. I think passive insight, none of you would have heard of anyone like that. I mean, not that Gabriel isn't great, but, like, Gabriel isn't, like, shiny. Like, the angels that you've seen and approached, they aren't, like, sunshine kind of beings.
We did learn a lot about Raphael, so I think you're probably on the right
Because
side.
our check on him was like, he was very
As if
connected
he's
to
a
the sun.
buzzkill.
Yeah, but we do know that Raphael seemed to be very connected to the sun when we were figuring things out last session. So,
But maybe it would be too convenient for him to suddenly be helpful when we just made the check of he's the one we need.
it could be that fate is finally intervening to our benefit.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't that be nice for a change?
Somewhere off in the city, Queen Rayhan just kicks a rock really hard. Fate!
Oh, I thought you still, I was gonna pat her on the shoulder.
Because she's dealing with, like, the
Yeah.
constant processing soldiers. This is Wolfric helping bring you to Dax.
How do you feel about cold weather?
Oh, it is far too hot up here.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
You're not scared of drowning again, are you? We're going to be going through the sea a lot.
I'll make sure you don't
Oh,
drown.
the sea. I've spent loads of time on the rivers.
On the river? Oh, the
In the
basement rivers. Okay.
In the basement.
Basement river.
Oh, you know, the rivers in the basement of the world.
Okay. I think this could work out. One moment. I want to go talk to Osrientis for a bit. Because, so remember how I've been working on making those tarot cards?
Yes.
Based off of everyone, all the champions we know
Out
of?
of the people, yeah.
Shen should.
I would like to see if Osrientis, because she is the medium for everything that Minerik believes in, could she bless, even if it's not an official bless, I know that she probably doesn't have access to that. I like her blessing on these.
Yeah, Osrientis will offer a bit of that divine intervention. That sounds hilarious.
I wish!
Yeah, right. But you see, it is that more. Osrientis is a powerful mage
Is that
of
what
divination.
child support is? It's just divine interventions for long.
From
guys?
gods.
I
Yeah.
wish no Gabriel is too
Pay
poor.
up.
Guess what?
That
Gabriel's
would be
stingy
so
when
nice.
it comes to child support.
Osrientis will just
Sorry.
offer it. There's no real magic that goes off, but again, you think it is supposed to be the metaphysical, like, of the fates in the universe. Let this be a good omen, a good sign. She gives this just has. Now, this is where I must say, and you see she turns to you all. Osrientis has kind of been holding on to this. I am very worried by the sudden uptick of vampiric activity in the world. We just saw more vampires than I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
I've only ever seen 2, and one of them was an ex that I had to kill, so I'm very intrigued by this. I have colleagues across the world that
Who was the other one that you knew?
Oh, long ago. It was his not same family. Again, my ex was from I believe House Alvarado, I want to say.
I remember you saying.
Sorry, that was just
I
pure Megan
know.
with the metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, Ocean is just the other one was of the other house that you've yet to encounter, the Evermores. in passing, Evermore?
Sorry, no, that was
You're also metagaming?
Eleanor's metagaming, ignore me.
Yeah, suddenly, like, people
Frickin' vamps!
different
I
parts.
also know. Yeah.
Yeah, but you see, she goes,
Crinkle the nose.
crinkle of the nose. It was of the Evermore house and, oh gosh, said millennia? Centuries. I want to say centuries. But that's the thing. They have been very reclusive, and suddenly, 8 in one day with my own eyes, I have friends I should go and visit to better understand perhaps what's happening. I am very worried by vampiric involvement and what that blood ritual was. I kind of hung back when you were all chasing the fake Shen. I was casting detect magic. They cleaned up well. They prepared their spells so that when the vampires were done, they well, it's something I've done to a couple landlords back when I was young. You kind of just like grab everything in the night, leave, and you just kind of don't pass go, don't collect your...
Isn't that normal?
You said, for us, yes. For most people, they don't like it, apparently.
Oh.
Mortals are really, really into possessions. No, so the vampires just struck out. I could not... And that's me as a DM. She's giving me this. She went, cast detect magic, tried some other divination spells. The vampires really use magic to quite literally scrub that place.
Okay. Well, if through speaking with your colleagues or searching books or knowledge you can find out any more about it, that would be very beneficial, I think.
Yes, if you need, just give me a sending. I will respond back in kind.
Okay.
You see Osriantis goes to raise her staff. Just, fare you well. I can't teleport anymore today. I've expended a lot of energy. I'm gonna go take a nap. And then, goodbye. As Osriantis, she will bow to Minrith, bows to Adora, Valka. Gingy, you see, she bows while also doing that little, like, grab your cookie hand, gives a little bow.
Cute.
It was an honor to... Yeah, just... like her whole body just always shakes. And she just... It's an honor to have met you all and to have seen this moment in the universe. Farewell. She just walks away. As she has no spell slots, guys. This is a person at this point with Kim.
Like,
All of the flair, but then like...
With this was, would you like to ask her?
No, I just am curious as Megan.
Oh, I can't tell you that.
I feel like we would get along too well. Not for ever like a... They're too similar to ever make a go of it, but
go
I feel
ahead.
like
Yes,
they've
yes.
had
Make me a
flings,
history
right?
check of, hey, did my mentor, when we were ever having late nights with,
Girl talk.
you know, cocoa and tea, and you're just having a girl talk, like, yeah, did Osriantis ever talk?
Please.
Because you do remember her
That
talking
was
about
almost
her
a nat 20.
ex
It's
before.
okay, 17.
17. It's that, like, Osriantis has lived years upon millennia. She is an old eldritch being.
Oh, wait,
It's actually kind of hard to remember all of her exes.
I feel like I can see a smile tucked in the corner.
I know, right?
I was
I
gonna
feel
ask
like they've had
Osriantis
flings.
something, but then she left, and my brain
You
just
could
got
run
in
out
my
after her.
mouth.
No, yeah, she's,
I was
again,
gonna ask if
walking.
do you know of anyone named Madame Raz?
You see,
Oh, that's a good
Osriantis
question.
stops. Madame Raz.
The
Yes.
crazy lady who knows
Resides on
future
Etheria?
stuff in...
She's
Oh.
kind of a weave worker like you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Etheria was gone even before my time, my child. I apologize.
Oh, so
Whoa.
Again, Etheria, to give you that idea,
Whoa.
Etheria blinked out in the
What is
third
Madame
age.
Raz? Sorry,
What
that's
is- I know,
like,
right?
What is she?
I have my canon, what I've been up.
Okay, but I love how she like keeps on her mind keeps switching between the present and the future and the past. All of
Chronomancy!
the
But you see, yeah, she goes,
She's Lila's mom. No,
Eternia
Too much
was
lore.
I can't.
taken, I mean, in the third age of the world. I was born about the fourth.
No.
I was just wondering, but thank you for answering my question.
If you have further questions, simply ask the universe and I will answer. And she starts
After
walking
you
away
take a
again.
nap, yes, as an oil walks
She's
away.
got cantrips left. That's it.
I love her.
She used so many spells. Is
And they
just
were well worth it.
Uh-huh.
very worth it.
Yes.
Hey, Adrian,
Yes.
is it cool if I lay down on the couch and I'm using? Because my head definitely hurts.
Oh
just
yeah, you're
do you
good.
want some meds?
It's fine.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll grab you one
Yes,
for
yes,
you.
yes.
Yeah, come on, like,
Everything's so loud.
take meds. No, I feel
It's
it.
okay, I've been listening to a
Meds
jackhammer
for
and music
everyone.
louder than the
Sorry,
jackhammer
Becca and
and
Tice, you guys can't have meds. You'll have to get your own.
Pass them around.
Here's your, during our brief pause here at the Nat 13, we just want to impress upon medication for your health, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Pass them around. Yes.
Self-care.
Popping pills is health care.
You know what? Not gonna dive into that.
Recreationally. I'm so sorry.
I have no
kidding.
affiliation with this man.
Hey,
Siblings.
the
hey,
courts would definitely disagree with that. No, I actually do need a pill too. Yeah, no, I've been dealing with that stuff.
I'm gonna rest my wee little head, but if you
Your
want
wee
me
little
to,
head.
to move
For
from
the
this
party
spot,
then,
you can say
you now have this man named Dax, who was told by a sun-like being to join with you. Ostriantis is heading off. Are you guys ready to try on your next leg of journey? Because the last time was...
I mean, we should probably get a long rest in Ilvanor beforehand.
Do you want a long rest
But
in
yeah,
Ilvanor?
then we'll probably
Yes,
ask
please.
Queen Rayhan if she could give us a bow.
I will say, yeah, I see
Where are
Gingy.
the
Yeah.
two men who helped us? The
Oh,
two sailors.
Yeah, the sailor. There was actually 3 of them.
3 of them. I
you're
meant
good.
3.
The 3 sailors that helped you are actually, heading back towards
blame you
the
in that.
tiny little boat for Queen Rayhan's. As you arrive, here's what you will see.
Because I'm wondering if you want to charter them to help us sail.
This is again on the Resolute. Is
We should probably have asked her if we could
Seahawk,
trade ships.
as well as Narvel, Brillim, and Kidron, the sailors here.
We should get Seahawk away from Queen Rayhan's boat.
You see,
So
Seahawk
we should take
actually
them with
sees
us.
you guys approaching, just say, "Hello, friends of Adora!" As he is helping wrap up some rope here. Are you in need of some seafaring adventures today?
Oh, could they just take us?
You might be able to ask
And then long
the
rest while we
queen
travel.
long rest while you travel. If you ask the queen, say, "Can we borrow your boat?" Which I will say,
Well-
there's very little she won't do for you
Well, I
guys.
thought Seahawk was like unaffiliated with Ilvanor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
Oh,
I'll be ready
the
to...
boat that Seahawk and Mermista is on is a tiny little
It's a raft.
dinghy raft.
Oh.
It's a real wonder
I
and
thought they
even
had a real
support.
boat.
No, definitely
no.
not.
I mean, actually, being on Queen Rayhan's boat would give us open a lot of ports and doors for
I
us.
say we go to Rayhan,
Ask
have a
her.
long rest, and then ask if she can give us a boat.
Yeah,
Okay.
we shouldn't ask her things in the moment.
Indeed.
She,
I will say then,
I have a feeling she's kicking a rock somewhere.
you all can go. Queen Rayhan, your rooms are still there. It's kind of odd. You haven't been back in those couple days, and like it was turned over when the vampires attacked because they were seeing if you left anything behind.
It was already turned over. They attacked us in
Right. You guys can take a full long rest, mark on your character sheets, regain back hit dice spell slots, hit points, character abilities, everything. As,
Yeah.
yes.
As a side flavor note, I want to carve something into the wall and hide it with an extra pillow.
Interesting. What do you want to carve?
You know what?
I know what. I think I
At the
know.
bunk in the horde.
Text me the official stuff just so I can put it in my notes.
Yeah,
But I
I'll
do
get the
on the nose. I think I know what you're saying.
Question.
Yes.
I have inspiration still marked on here. Did I earn inspiration again after we used it all to?
Oh no, I
didn't
don't
think
think
so.
anyone's
Okay.
gotten an
I just
inspiration.
wanted
Yeah,
to make
you
sure.
guys used a group inspiration
That's what I
to
thought. I didn't
bring
think
in the
that any of us
skylight. Yeah,
had time to earn extra points.
for sure.
Also, did we earn a lot of experience towards leveling
You
up
did.
by surviving it?
You did.
I don't
By
remember how long ago did we last level up to 7?
you last leveled up to 7
Fair.
about
Was that right
after
after the drought
Wrath and
fight?
Calamity.
Yeah.
You're well on your way.
Awesome.
Like truly well on your way.
Cool.
As you guys long rest, Queen Rayhan, many men stationed again, all obviously not vampires because they can stand up and walk. You all take long rests, getting your hit points back, feeling much better. in the morning, you can approach then Queen Rayhan about this proposal with her boat. You would find Queen Rayhan. She's in the hall talking with other lieutenants that have now been promoted to general, as you did kill her last general. Important to note.
Mm-hmm.
She's there. Wolfric's there. Same with actually Jurgen and Helga, the couple and chieftain of Baldur's Haven. As you all approach, you see they gesture you over. Queen Rayhan's just going through a lot of proposals. You actually see she's got a good 200, 300 page docket of basically official arrest orders of like, and this person was a traitor and conspirator, and so by our laws, we are taking them to custody. Like, very much slowly going through this. Sees you all. Peacekeepers, good morning. How did you sleep?
Well, thank you.
Wonderful. What can I do for you?
So, your boat. I shouldn't be the one talking about this.
You see, Adora, usually goes, yes.
She meant to ask if you could lend us a boat. We were thinking of heading up to Berk on our next leg of travels.
You see Rayhan Burke, as in the barbaric archipelagos.
Where else should we bring peace?
Not to Vikings.
As in my home.
I am sorry. They are. You see Rayhan just. Vikings are terrible. They have raided Ilvanor so many times. They all are outlying. There's a reason we're so centralized, is to stave off larger pillaging forces. If this is your home, I understand. The circumstances of one birth do not dedicate the person they become as you are wonderful, but there are many, many bad Vikings. I simply must say.
I am sorry for the trouble they have caused you, and yet there are secrets hidden there that we must unravel to help some of the tasks that we have been given from angelic beings.
She says, I understand then. You were saying my boat. Do you need my boat?
Well, we were just wondering if you had a vessel somewhere in your navy you could spare for us.
Well, most of my navy right now is outfitted for war efforts. We're currently restocking and unsupplying these boats, as well as sending out some of our fastest vessels to nations to call off war. I actually think my vessel would be the best. That also young man, he had the mustache and bandana.
Seahawk.
Yes, he is quite a proficient mariner. I actually, if you're in need of a captain, I offered him a position in my navy for his services. Yes.
I mean, good for him.
As you say, good for him, bursting into the room with a homemade admiral's hat and cute little, like, Viking-esque fur jacket.
That's adorable.
Adora, I have great news! You see Mermista walks in behind, just like, yeah, great. As you see Queen Rayhan smiles, he did a wonderful service helping lead the charge in the reverse coup, I guess you could say, against the vampiric forces. And I would definitely trust him to sail my ship with the accompanying crew in whatever you need.
Thank you so much.
I do want to bring up those three names. I remember the last one, Kidril. I don't remember the first.
Oh yes, Kidron, Brellum, and Narvel.
Okay, I do want to say they served valiantly, even when they found out most of their city was vampiric.
You see, Rayhan.
Courage.
I will make note of this. She will put those down.
You're making notes. So, Adora's like remembering the giant promise she made to the fish people.
The fish!
Right.
The fish. The
the
fisk.
Good thing you did not forget Eleanor.
I'm glad Eleanor did
The
not
fisk.
forget
You did promise them.
that it would be considered into debate. And I tell her specifically they want to consider it into debate more trade between you and their
They want to really open up.
They want to actually. They really
You
wanna
see,
open up trade. They want
Queen
to
Rayhan
close
just
the ground.
says, for the help they rendered, we would have been completely overrun on the naval vessels. Yeah, it would have been a totally different initiative encounter with you guys of like, yeah, we just gotta figure this out. You see Queen Rain goes, I will send... my ambassador was forced out of the palace last I saw from the Fisk. Maynard drove him out. Because, fun fact, he was a normal dude. Straight up Fisk, who's like, I'm here as a helpful liaison and...
Did we ever find Captain of the Guard, Aaron?
Queen Rayhan was going to keep this secret. They found Aaron's body. He was underneath the rooms of Maynard.
Because to be fair, you have to. You don't take over
he was one of the undead spawn.
He was one of the
Aaron
guys?
Immediately went to Maynard, said, I want to... What's going on? Where's the queen? I got this message from friends. And Maynard killed him and turned him into an undead spawn.
So he wasn't a traitor. He
was not a traitor. He died nobly. Yes, like, time of death, like... Rayhan, when they found the body, went, uh-oh, was he a vampire all along? No, he was killed trying to help you guys and the queen.
So sad.
Aaron's, yeah.
What a good man.
Did we kill Aaron by telling him too much?
That will have to weigh on your conscience.
Hey,
you'll never know.
Did you
Great,
know
thanks for that.
yet?
Oh,
Well, it would have to be true resurrection
he's been
at this
dead
point.
longer than a minute. Aaron, son of Thanton, he will be memorialized in song and ship, as is custom in Ilvanor, as he gave his life trying to protect the queen and did so nobly. Yeah, you told him a lot. He tried to help, and
I'm sorry, Aaron.
into the den of vipers, proverbially. There we go.
Proverbially.
Thank you. Proverbially. Yeah. But yes, Queen Rayhan will offer the Resolute as a sailing ship. Those three men, of course, with Seahawk captaining them.
Can I pull Seahawk aside?
You definitely can.
From Armista, and I look them dead in the eyes. I'm like, do not.
Yes.
And it's like each like camera like angle like cuts close
Do
to my face.
not.
Do not set her ship on fire.
See, he goes, right.
No fire.
Unless it's an emergency.
No, it's not.
You see, he goes, but what if? Now, hear me out.
We do not have the money to replace it like we did
Large
in Etheria.
ice monsters.
No.
And they're about to eat the ship. I light it on fire, Adora.
I
and
brought
then
Mr. over here for backup too. Like
you see, Mr. Don't light it on fire. It's just like one note. See how it's just like, okay, yes, of course. Unless it's an emergency. And winks.
Oh, I like him.
Seahawk just like, yes, of course
we
it will.
can't afford to replace it.
Yes.
Like I'm trying to explain to him that it's like in Etheria,
it's ridiculous.
we were able to fix it because we had financial backing. We do not have financial backing here.
But I received a salary from the queen if I was to sail under her.
That will not cover the cost of her flagship.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
What is it?
Apparently, I overheard from some of the soldiers, there are things in this realm they call a mortgage.
Oh gosh.
All I have to do is ask for a little bit of money
don't
on
let
a
him
ship.
Pull out a mortgage.
You see, Mermissa's like, I have no clue what that is.
I look at him and I look at her and it's like, essentially it'll put him into debt. In a world he doesn't belong to.
You see, but he goes, but that's the thing, I don't belong here, so if I ever, as you
They
try
will
to explain
come collect it.
the inner financial workings of Dremore Mortgages, we will cut then, Queen Rainhan will help stock your guys' ship, or her ship, that, it's more of that, like, for sure, it's still hers, but, like, this is a very low end of the spectrum of what you could have asked from her and she would have done. Like, that's a no check needed of, like, can we use this?
I also, it's like, you know how, like, friends in, like, you can buy me food, but don't you dare buy me more than what's necessary, right? I'm gonna keep an eye out to make sure that she doesn't do anything to make the ship ours, if that makes sense.
Got it. It's not like thank you for...
this is your ship.
You see, most of the stuff the soldiers are putting on all the food provisions you need. And Dax, as everything is being loaded on,
that'd be so cool to find
Dax, you will get your first view, I think, of the true ocean.
His jaw is dropping, and he's gonna turn to the rest of you guys like, oh,
That's what we meant.
Where's the other side?
Yeah.
There is another side, but you can't see it with the naked eye.
A weapon because we're like enforcing.
You can't see it with the naked eye, Dax. All of you just watch this. Dax is just slack-jawed, looking at the ocean. Where's the other side?
I give him a pat on the back and go, "Swift wind will carry you if you get too scared."
It is far more than many, many, many rivers. In fact, there are rivers in the ocean called currents.
Let's not get too complicated.
It's alright. Stay on the boat, you'll be fine.
You say there are currents in the ocean, or rivers in the ocean named currents. Seahawks passing by. Really? Is that a fact? As Mermaid is like...
literally like, I hope me and Mermaid start facepalm at the same time. There's currents in the area.
I like to think of myself as a very faith-driven person, but I am finding myself a little bit nervous at a captain who is not aware of currents.
Seahawk gets right. Yeah, Dax, the world is so much larger than you knew. As you all load up onto the ship, food and provisions, you've all long rested. And before the morning is really... Excuse me. The morning is really over. Seahawk has given orders as Narvo, Keldrin, and the other, they're helping you guys out. So you guys don't have to make the checks. You guys watch Ilvanor slowly pull away behind you off to the barbaric archipelagos.
Can I have permission to become friends with Dax by breaking his mind a little bit by giving him a lesson about the universe and the heavenly bodies?
I am your tour guide to the above world.
Yes!
I am your tour guide.
Yeah.
I would love to give him a
provided
science
afterwards.
lesson about astronomy and watch him just go like, what?
I'm gonna make you guys hot chocolate so that I'm gonna work with Gingy to make sure there's snacks afterwards.
I was gonna say the rest of us are gonna be that therapy crew of decompress. You don't have to think about everything she said right now.
Our
Just
initial,
take a
yeah.
chill.
Minarith, you can definitely take sex. What would that? How would you start that conversation? Is maybe what we'll do is how would it start?
Are you aware of all things that glow and are bright in the sky?
I mean, I've seen the sun.
Mm-hmm. The sun and the moon and the stars and the planets and the comets and just keep going.
Oh my gosh. It's the biggest ADHD info dump. Dax, give me a wisdom saving throw.
It is info dump with a capitalization. This is the info dump.
The info dump.
The info dump.
And we revolve around the sun. Give me a wisdom save, Dax. This is so much.
The holiest symbol in all of everything is a sphere.
15. Okay, you retain basically all of it then, Dax. I was going to say, if you had started getting 10 or below, I would have been you'll probably have to get a refresher. You're smart enough, Dax. I'm okay, yeah, so...
And I've been up to the surface once.
Yeah.
I've been around.
You've been up here before.
Doesn't know what the ocean is.
Doesn't know what the ocean is. Has to be explained. Planetary rotation. Gravity. Let's talk physics, Dax. Did you know what goes up must come down?
Did Dax know that?
I want to use Seahawk for most of these physical lessons.
The cities on the clouds?
Cities in
The
the
what?
clouds?
You see, Swiftwind's he's got you there. There are cities on clouds.
There
The
are
what?
In Dremord.
You see, Swiftwind looks at Dax like he's talking normal. Oh yeah, I flew by him on the way here.
I'm sorry,
Do any of
what?
us have any clue what they're talking about?
Do I have a clue what he's talking about?
Gingy, you can give me a history check.
What?
Gingy, interesting.
The sharing of knowledge is a powerful thing.
The land above the above
You
the
did
ground.
say that you were in the sky, but
well,
I thought that you were
Gingy, you've
a little
heard
touched in the
fairy
head.
tale and rumor about the Sky Kingdom.
Oh, is this beanstalk lore?
Nuh-uh.
Skyline.
What?
You see, Swiftwind is nodding at Dax so you guys, there's the kingdoms in the clouds, you've got, the land, and, this dude's saying you've got, underground, so, it's levels. What would you call it? There's,
Oh, the attic! There's an attic!
Hey,
So wait.
I love how you
Like Kate, you see Swiftwind, exactly like
Hold
Kate.
on,
It
hold
has
on.
layers.
prophecy you're telling me to this world is like an onion, and then it has layers to it.
But it makes sense if there's
like
the
different
ground floor,
layers of the
and
onion.
then there's the basement. There must be an attic.
There's an attic. There's layers.
As below, so above, I guess.
As below, so above. Yeah, Dax, what was this, like, long, like, hey, bud, we've got a lot of time. Let's info dump the universe.
Now we get to have an info dump.
Blow their mind with, like, there's Sky Kingdoms.
I have a very strong feeling this is going to be out of problem soon, but we can't deal with it now.
You know what? That's a problem
Backburner.
for the future Peacekeepers, not us right
Aye,
now.
thank you, Adora.
That's the future problems.
It's a problem for future.
I have just sent to all of you a map of the barbaric archipelagos in the group chat. Because from where you are, we are like very in the Discord, excuse me. We are very far south. At the very corner, not even to the sweaty armpit. Like, we are coming off and around from some of the...
Sweaty armpit?
The sweaty
Not
armpit.
itchy armpit, sweaty armpit.
The sweaty armpit, as known in common. There's a lot of different isles up here. They are all named... Sweaty Armpit's the only one that most Vikings agree upon. It's this kind of odd... For some reason, it's a straight-up jungle-type world.
So much work into this.
Yeah, I tried to base it off of...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't that where the other party just was for Sam's whole thing?
Yeah.
Uruz, I read it as Uruk. I'm like, isn't that Babylon? Like,
yeah.
Babylon.
There's this is all based on the How to Train Your Dragon series, with like most of the map and lore very much based on the actual barbaric tribes there, some of the dragons and topography.
Wait, guys. August puts effort into his campaigns?
What?
Listen,
what?
I'm trying to shake it up. I'm trying
It
to.
concerns me because that's just a letter off from Ymir, and I'm like, I swear, if we get a giant emerging from this island or something, please don't.
You think I would name an island Ymir after Ymir?
Yes.
Interesting. That's
I know for a fact you
That's
almost
very
like Baldur's
interesting.
Haven.
I almost said which one of us is Oedipus.
Have you seen Crapopolis yet?
Oh.
Did you just... Oh
it's
no!
Hilarious.
Can none of us be Oedipus?
Can none of us be Oedipus? Let's move away from the Grecian myth. Indeed, that is what Queen Rayhen would have been able to send you guys with this map, because this is as far as they've mapped out or Vikings have shown up. I will say, Queen Rayhen, that is her personal view, as she is the Queen of Ilvanor and has had to deal firsthand with Viking pillaging and raiding. Ilvanor isn't, like, at bad odds with the Vikings. It's not like you're going to show up and they'll go, Ilvanor, but it is that, like, the Queen, she has a personal prejudice of, like, Vikings really make it hard for me to do my job up here.
Yeah, that's fair.
They are the worst. So what I will say is this. I'm going to let Seahawk, as the captain, with advantage from the other group, make a seafaring check to help plot the best way to Burke.
Without any knowledge of currents.
It's okay, he has advantage.
No,
I know, but
just
wow.
a natural
So here we go.
guy,
First one's an
you know?
18. I'm rolling this electronically. Second one's a 14. So that's 18. And Seahawk does have a +3 to a seafaring.
It was a good fight.
Seahawk has 21.
That's pretty good.
So Seahawk will give you... Right. First we will go this way to the sweaty armpit place. As we can...
Starboard?
No, not really, but I could go for one later. But if we go to the sweaty armpit, we can dock there. We'll resupply at the island. And then we can head close. I don't want to go to some place called Demon Island. But we can instead, if we stock up well enough at the sweaty armpit, we can just go squiggly upwards to Burke.
Squiggle.
He did get a 21. It's like, well, yeah, that's not bad of a plot.
He does not fill people with
I put a
confidence.
hand on
He
his
shouldn't.
shoulder,
Please
and
don't
I'm
let
like,
that ever be a thing.
He genuinely is a good captain. He just doesn't know the terms. Like, he's street smart. It's not book smart.
Oh, so it's not book learning, it's,
Trial and error.
oh. How much error.
You see how much of error? As you say that, Seahawk's standing at the helm, and this helm is like kind of like.
Please don't have him turn the map upside down.
He is like at the helm, and the helm is that like kind of like inverted circle on the two sides, kind of like modern like Ferrari type steering wheel. And it's a yacht with. So he's like, it's not completely round, so I should turn twice as hard for this. As he like starts spinning. We will
This is awesome.
cut a slight bit of downtime as again. You are all, as weird as Seahawk is, he is a proficient sailor. I would not suddenly throw you guys to the wolves of the ocean.
He's one of those sailors that goes by gut feeling.
That's going to be
and
5
nothing
days.
else.
In total, it's about a 10-day journey.
Are sharks the wolves of the ocean?
You see Seahawk goes, yes, unless they're sea wolves. They've attacked us. You see Mermist and Nods go, yeah, no, like, we got attacked by sea wolves.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Welcome to High Fantasy D&D. You can combine any two animals you want, and
Is
it's...
this also
like
my fault for
Avatar?
showing you the
Squirrel
whole sharks?
bees!
Yes.
What shark?
So I was at work and we were doing this whole activity with the kids, and my co-teacher showed them this horrifying photoshopped picture that was like horses merged with sharks for like that true land shark vibe. And I thinking, oh haha, this horrifying thing August needs to know about it. I came home and showed him this picture, and he said, "These are in Dremore now." And I was like, oh no!
This is now canon.
And then the other party literally had to like do a whole encounter with them.
It was fun.
You're a horrible
Land
person.
sharks and sea wolves. I've
Sharks
made a bunch.
with legs.
Sharks with legs. Here's what I'll do. Because, again, Seahawk plotted a really good course. This is simply going to be a 5-day journey plus a D8's worth. So, barring, bad travel or everything for this downtime, that's a 3. Seahawk's going to save you guys about 2 days.
Nice.
So, only 8-day journey instead of a usual 10. As Seahawk is fascinated by the idea of ocean rivers and will use them to his advantage.
I love it.
Yeah, one of the days Seahawk is like, look how much faster we are! Usually I'm going backwards at this point. I will say, in this downtime, you guys can talk amongst yourself. I know, like, especially getting to know Dax, Minarith, you said you want to, like, keep up with these lessons. What are some other things people want to do, either with each other or just in general? Yeah, Adora, firsthand.
I want to talk to Minarith because because I'm not sure I don't have spells, but I know you have the sending spell. And Adora's like, okay, so it sounds dumb. Between Eleanor's metagaming-y and Adora's like, so this could go anywhere in the world, so long as you're given a name?
Yes.
Cool. And I want to talk with you and Mermista of getting a message out to the rest of the princesses.
Oh.
And figuring out where they
It's
are.
clever.
So then we don't have to go, where are they? We don't know. And then just keep going in.
Hey, yeah, you've hit level 7. We can start actually using sending spells.
Yay!
I mean, I know they're a level 3, but
For
it's like
long
level
as-
7 is where you have, like, a couple slots.
I can do 2 per long. Well, technically,
Because you can
you still haven't
upcast.
put sending on my sheet. That's why.
That's
Is it
why.
a 3rd level?
It's a 3rd level.
3rd level.
That's why. So, Minrith, you can in theory do about 3 a day because you can even upcast
Yeah,
it
that's
for
what
that.
I was just.
Oh,
I've got 3 3rd levels, so I could do 4 a day if I need.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's crazy good.
I never play full casters.
I
I'm
know,
always
yeah.
blown away by how
I
much you
have
can
a
do.
lot. I always get a ton of utility.
And
spells.
Megan, you can hit things a lot.
I can hit things very hard.
You
and
can.
I'm sure they do
you
not
can
get
hit
up.
things. Here's what I will say: as I'm pulling up the amount of NPCs you need to talk to, the obvious ones are Glimmer and Bow are missing. That's a big one.
Does he count as a princess?
Yeah, he counts as a
That's
princess.
hilarious.
Bo,
Yes, he does. How dare you?
Bo is a
punch-
princess.
He has a heart
Hey,
on
no,
his
that was
outfit.
just me pointing it out and bringing appreciation.
He
to
is
it.
He
the
doesn't
princess
feel-
of his story.
He doesn't
Yes.
feel like himself unless his belly button is showing.
No,
Yes.
he genuinely. I
He
don't know if
tore
Tyson
a
Rebecca know this,
uniform.
but the
So I
character
don't
Bo
know.
gets severely
go.
self-conscious if he can't show his tum tum.
So, yeah, his tum tum.
Maybe he just gets too hot.
Here's what I will say:
All of
there
your friends
are
so weird.
there's a lot of princesses. The important ones, of course.
He's an honorary.
She-Ra is the princess of power. That is Adora.
Trying.
The former Queen Angela, but she did pass away, so the duty is now to Queen Glimmer. Glimmer, we've already said Bo. There is, of course, Natasha and Spinnerella, the couple, the very much power couple for the obvious reasons of their insane in combat. Then we have what I like to call, we're getting to more elemental. We have Perfuma. Perfuma, there we go. We have Mermista, who you found, and Frosta. Scorpia.
She's with us now.
And
that happened season 4,
did.
Right?
It happened season 4. Scorpia is with you. And Entrapta is also on that list. So, 8 total. There is, because unfortunately the Star Sisters aren't really canon yet because we've changed a bit of canon. Same with the Star Sisters from season 5.
Yeah.
But we ended season.
Oh right. So technically we haven't even met them.
Yeah.
Right. So
I'm sorry.
Canon. Oh, the 3 sisters on the planet. Where
Yep. I remember.
They're known as the Star Sisters. I will also say, obviously, their Peekaboo, or it was Double Trouble.
Prince Peekaboo.
Yeah, and like those others. Not that they're not important, but it's like
But we don't care about them.
there's 8 people you really should contact.
Well, technically there's 9, but Adora,
Yes, Adora is not.
We've got 2 days.
Well,
We
Adora
can get
technically
it done in
10
2
because
days.
you and Mermista.
Yeah.
You can do this in 2 days. Here's what I will say: instead of a lot of their responses, we'll instead do. What would you like to tell them? Because more than just like, oh hey, alive.
Cool.
Hope you are too. Like all that.
We gotta establish that what they're getting is not them going crazy, but it's a magical spell, that a code word that only Ethereans would know. So
You could even say Queen Angela.
Yeah.
Like no one should know.
No one should know the
Glimmer's
name of the
mother
old queen.
besides Glimmer,
Code word.
or
Queen
well, any
Angela.
of the princesses of power.
Even I know it's not canon, but could that have been the code word for season 4?
Oh no,
Queen
I think for
Angela?
sure. Yeah.
Right. So first 2 words, Queen Angela. Queen Angela. This is Adora. Found Mermista Seahawk. Name of nearest city. Stay. What? Close.
Stay close.
Hope you are well.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I do like further resistance from the honor of
Mermista
Grayskull?
might offer something.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
Do you want them all to like head to Ilvanor, like so we don't have to
Yes.
just
Oh
go
my gosh,
everywhere?
yes. If possible, 2 more. Head to Ilvanor. Code word Peacekeepers.
Yeah, give them so they don't show up, and that's something Queen Rayhan could like go. You were sent by.
1,
That's
2, 3, 4,
solid.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Yeah, how
9,
many
10,
is
11,
that?
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm at 19 words if I say Queen Angela, this is Adora, found Mermista and Seahawk, named the closest city, head to Ilvanor, code word Peacekeepers. We have 6 words left.
Head to Ilvanor. Use the code word Peacekeepers.
Okay.
Just so that's more clarification.
Use code word. So then we still got 5 left.
Stay safe. Love you
Did
all.
you want to say anything about this is magic and it is fun?
I feel like if Glimmer gets, for the most part, the people I'm sending it
You
to,
could
I feel
probably. They might be able to
also,
assume.
this is
It's
Adora
pretty
probably
clear.
covers it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Queen Angela, this is Adora.
Okay.
Yeah, they know it's me and that it's magic.
This is Adora, Queen. Yeah.
Stay safe.
Love you all.
Love
That's
you
3
all.
more.
Awesome.
Yep.
Here's what I will give you. Quick stuff.
Can you text that to me?
If you want to send it to the group chat too, that would.
And I'm keeping it on my character.
Yeah,
sheet.
clever. Here's what you can get back over these 2 days. First, you'll get Natasha.
That's awesome.
Let me. Sorry. what did I
I'm
say
putting it
now
over
real
the
quick?
Discord for the moon campaign. Is that okay?
Yeah. No. Go for it.
All right.
Natasha is somewhere called Metro City.
No. Sorry, other campaign.
I know,
Shut
right?
Up. I'll shut up.
I know, right? Natasha is somewhere called Metro City. basically says like, I'll try to get passage on a boat.
I will start writing this down.
Spinnerella will offer currently she probably wouldn't know that. Unsure of location, still seeking civilization. I'm okay. Will contact me soon for further information.
Okay.
Yeah, because she doesn't know yet.
City. Spinnerella doesn't know where she is.
Doesn't really know where she is. Next up, you get Glimmer and Bo.
Good. They're together.
Bo's sounds very hysterical. Glimmer gets to the point.
It sounds
Yeah.
bad. No, Glimmer is able to respond to Dora's like, this is Adora.
I found Bo.
Found Bo. Great.
We are in Del Mar? ? Like that, like, is that as far as she knows, Del Mar. Ilvanor is north, right? Heading there as soon as possible. Should meet up soon. I'm sorry.
For what? Babes, for what?
At the end of season 4,
I know. It sounds so bad that it's like Adora forgets and then remembers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Indeed,
that's
because
not
that
Bo,
Bo's
where
message comes out.
Ilvanor's
Adora!
right, is
Oh, it's so good! Oh, Glimmer, sorry. I'm sorry. We want to meet up. We'll go there soon. Please just... And it cuts off as he runs out of words. Glimmer keeps it very concise, but with the I'm sorry at the end. As she and Bo are together in Del Mar.
Yeah, because the last thing she said to me was along the lines of, like, you killed my mom, I hate you.
Oh, that is.
You remember that fight? That's the end of season 4.
Oh
Mhm.
no.
Which then puts a new weight on you opening the message with her mom's name. Just gotta throw
Oh
that in her
no.
face.
Well, that was the old code word.
Yeah.
And it sounds so bad with everything that Adora remembered. She
Did I
genuinely
write
forgot.
Glimmer's message down correctly? I found Bo. We're in Del Mar. Ilvanor is north, right? Heading there as soon as possible. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfuma will
guys.
send back. Oh, I'm close. I'm with these weird bee people.
Oh no!
Sure. Head there soon. As she's super dope, down with the Apozoids. She was just
chilling with the Apozoids.
She was hanging out in the Apozoids in the Black Forest the whole time.
So if we went to the Black Forest with the Apozoids,
Yes. The whole time.
The whole time.
Wild.
She was near the Black Forest. Frosta will get back. Says, what's in Ilvanor? I've been on an iceberg this whole time. I'll start trying to travel, as she is just somewhere off in nowhere.
Might be up towards Burke.
Might be up towards that kind of idea. Scorpia will send back. Awesome. I'm in... They call it Firebend. I've loved it here.
Are you serious?
Fighting off a lot of weird bandit dudes. Yeah, I'll try to catch a ship. Yeah, she's there. I think I even, I kind of described her very vaguely.
I hadn't watched the show
I know,
yet.
so sessions one,
Wait,
sessions
you're
go.
right, you did!
Something about, a woman with Scorpion Claw. Well, but it's we're in this hot Saharan type city. Yeah, she's in Firebend. Kind of like with Natasha, she's going to get a ship. We'll try. You'll hear back from Entrapta.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know she's with the other Peacekeepers.
I wish I could do Shelby's Entrapta way. She does it
Can we
so
call Shelby?
well. No, that girl is dealing with pregnancy
She
hard.
pregnant.
She needs
pregnant.
the time. Basically, Pregant.
Pregante.
Entrapta will say, I just left. I'm trying to figure out a tech way to contact you, but this is much more efficient. I'm in what they call it far, far away. I'll head there. Fun fact, she was already having to leave the party because Shelby needs to bow out just through the rest of pregnancy anyway. So we're NPCing Entrapta.
So she could guest star. She's feeling better.
Could guest star, but again, part of it was that because Entrapta's whole goal was, hey, I should go off and try to find people anyway. I think this is the next
Also,
step.
because didn't Hordak finally die for good? He's died a bunch of times, but I think.
But Entrapta doesn't know that.
Right.
No one knows where Hordak is.
Oh yeah.
Hordak got bombed in a terrorist attack. Yeah,
to be fair,
wild stuff. The fairy godmother planted a bomb in a hotel because the party ticked her off.
To be fair, nothing is more metal than the fact that that happened. Gus goes, hey, cousin of Excalibur, I have a wish spell. Do you want me to bring you back? Sam goes, no. And so Gus drops the wish spell of, I want all of her magic. She never gets magic again. It's all in my sword absorbed.
Yes.
Right? Like, that's the wildest.
Here's what I'll say. Adora and, I almost called you Mermista.
You ain't playing Mermista.
Minarith.
I can speak like Mermista.
I know, it's so fun.
So easy.
It's so fun.
You have to add only a twinge of Valley Girl.
Minarith and Adora, you spend this time doing this. I think for Gingy, Dax, what would be some of the things you'd be doing on this kind of downtime, so to speak?
Dax is knitting in a corner somewhere.
I love him
That's
so
so
much.
cute.
I love Dax. So Dax, you're knitting, and of course, Minarith, you do have your, I would say, daily lessons of like, let's talk about states of matter, right? Let's start simple and then go big.
I love how Minarith actually has all this very interesting knowledge. That is a comment,
because
so
the core Gypsy Aetherborn, they're like really knowledgeable. They know what they're doing.
I just love this. It's so
It's like kids
paradoxical.
who are actually homeschooled, right? It's like they are smart.
They're
I was
smart.
clearly not
It's like
homeschooled.
Castlevania. The speakers vibe is really these people. So Dax, you're knitting, having a grand old time on the ocean. Gingy, what do you think you're up to?
You're clearly struggling right now if you think that.
To try contacting the Muffin Man.
Yes. Go ahead. We're going to call this a religion check, Gingy. And again, you can use your wisdom modifier. So if you have the proficiency, just how, again, I do religion checks because I think it's much more understandable.
Can I get advantage on this?
I would say no, just because you're a little busy,
That's
so to
fine.
speak, Minarith. All right. Not great, Gingy. It's not great. As you're going through, it's a 10 basically with your wisdom. Gingy, you pray out to the Muffin Man. And kind of like your conversation with this Tomato Bob, you start kind of asking, as you've always done, like, hi, I ran into these people, where are you? As you reach out, though, Gingy, you're not getting much response back, which is odd for the first time in your entire life. You know you still have this connection. I will say every night you make these delicious little gumdrops and cookies and hot cocoa with Adora. Like, Gingy, you still have your powers from the Muffin Man. You know the connection's still there, and yet he's not answering you back. I will allow Gingy one more religion check because you're doing 8 days. It's like over about 4-day periods each is like prepping and doing these. If you want to make one more, just for the sake of that.
Better, it's a 10.
10 and using your wisdom modifier makes it a 12.
Is that with her wisdom or her intelligence?
Intelligence, because just adding 2 with your wisdom, because wisdom's a +3. So Gingy, on that 12, I'll say you start to get the feeling. It's kind of like when you call people what we know as like, hey, I called you and it rang 3 times and hung up mid-ring. I know you got my call. That's not a dropped call. That's a, on my end, I felt it. Gingy, it's a very religious feeling of someone's receiving your messages, right? The phone is going off, but they're choosing not to answer.
Oh, ouch.
Are we just making godly trauma parental trauma now? Sorry.
Oh.
I didn't mean to. That's fine.
No, I laughed. I thought it was funny.
I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, whatever you want to do with that, Gingy, though. It's the, yeah.
I kind of want to. I'm wondering, because he was one of the few, like, I wonder if something's happened to him, like has he been captured and he's in trouble, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because and she can't answer, and so it's like, no, silence, call, silence, call, silence. Yeah. Can I make some kind of insight into like, is it something I did, or is it like?
Yes, for sure. Totally, Gingy. Yeah, make that insight check, because you have all the basic like know-how, so to speak.
Okay.
Oh no. 6. Gingy, on your insight, it's either you're thinking of only bad case scenarios. It's that like obviously he could be captured and can't talk. Or worse, it's that like he doesn't want to talk to me because did I do something, or is something else happening to him? Like on that 6, it's that like, well, because obviously he's there. We've talked. We have a good relationship. So something else must be going on.
And yeah, Gingy's probably gonna just like, his anxiety will kind of get to him and like, oh, he must be mad at me. He must have done something wrong. But maybe he's just not right now. Maybe it's just not a good time. And just trying to like comfort himself and make himself feel better. But he's probably gonna be fretting the rest of the time if he can't like.
Yes.
Can I notice this?
I think all of you, I think all of you notice, like, Dax is knitting and Gingy's, like, sugar knitting, so, like, these intricate, like, candy weave patterns as you, like, stress bake. Adora, yeah, you notice that, I'd say, your perception.
Hey, buddy. You know, like, very much it's like, oh, the comforter needs to be comforted, but like, it sounds so bad that Adora used to fill that role so much, and now she's like, you know, it's the mirror of, oh, normally you're the one that comforts, and now you are breaking. Hey, you good, bud? Need anything? Brown sugar massage? Anything? You seem tense, bud. You seem dry.
I'm not gonna give you a hug.
This tiny little cookie around your, like, forearm gives you a hug, Adora.
And you know what? I cup it with my hand. Because I feel like, you know, if I did that, I'd crush you. If I did that, I'd crush you. I just, you know, I hold you. And I'm like, as long as you need. Okay? Okay.
You.
Yeah. You do so much for us.
Yeah.
It's the least I can do.
Gingy, you and Adora, that's a sweet moment. No pun intended. Wop wop. As you all sail off, with, of course, Valka, every day, you're getting closer back to Burke. You have not been here since your family's death.
That's what, like 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah. It's rough.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Not doing great.
Do we all need a hug?
Do we all need a hug? Dax, you're like, okay, these people are really into hugging. Like, physical affection's big for these.
Sure.
So,
I think it's very much just that, like, Valka's not, like, bringing it up or anything. It's just she's constantly keeping herself busy. Like, oh no, she's practicing with her sword out on the deck, or like, hey, Minrith mentioned let's make a Peacekeepers flag, and Valka just, like, fully makes one.
Yes.
Like, it's just, like, keeping herself busy so
flag.
she doesn't have to
Flag.
think about
It's
it.
very, like, disassociating so you don't have to confront.
Also, I think
oh.
it would be very simple. White background, just, like, olive branch crossed with a sword.
Yes.
Ooh,
That's the
olive
Peacekeepers.
branch across from a sword.
We were thinking
That's
that it'd be
fun.
awesome to
Cross
fly
swords, but with
the
the
flag of the
branch.
Peacekeepers underneath Queen Rayhen's flag.
That's kind of
So it's
fun.
just like
Thank
the
you.
classic cross, but
Oh, good, it wasn't a 6. Okay. I was rolling for weather as you got
Oh,
to Burke,
no.
and I rolled a 66 on my percentile.
oh no.
So I had to do my d6 just to see
I
if it was
didn't
really
know.
Yeah,
bad.
we can't handle them.
My little fun thing as a DM, because fun fact, if I had a nickel for every time I rolled a 666, I'd have 2 nickels. And every time it's happened, it's been really fun, actually.
But also terrifying.
Also terrifying. As you get close,
At least we probably wouldn't get another 2 this time, because we're not, like, already looking for one.
the
That's fair.
thing you will all notice, no perception checks needed, is the intense fog that has swirled up out of the sea as you are closer now to Ilvanor. Seahawk at the bow of the ship. All right, everyone, just let's get seatbelts. This is going to be rocky, as I do need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as Seahawk runs into some rock cliffs of these giant stone pillars.
Oh, no, that might be okay.
Oh, that was almost a nat 20. 14.
Ooh.
Why is it not rolling?
Dax, thankfully you didn't get 5 or lower. Dax, you're not thrown off the ship.
Can I borrow someone's die? For some reason, it is not rolling on D&D.
Oh, I feel it. Sometimes it glitches for like a couple minutes. Yeah, Dax, I will say though.
I am so sorry. I gave her a curse. Can she use Eleanor's die instead?
I rolled a nat 1.
That's a nat 1. What's your total?
6.
Do you want to use mine?
It's too late. I rolled a
6?
die.
Barely keeps you from. Well, no, it's a nat 1. As Dax, you are flung to the deck of the ship
really
as the ship
so
crunch
sorry.
hits the rocks.
I thought you'd
Adora,
be fine. I got a 17.
Gingy, like most of you
With
are
that
fine.
die specifically, I thought you would be fine. That's really
I will
funny.
say, Mermista immediately is going to jump into the water to try to help grab you.
Okay.
I'm at fairy fire on
Minerith?
That's
so clever.
I will roll with
So that'll be
advantage
your
of like
advantage.
in the water, because I will say it is jet black, ice cold water. Like it's technically the 3rd month of the year. It is spring. It's still ice and rock. With advantage, that's a nat 13. We'll keep the nat 13 on Mermista's athletics. Synthetic 20.
Yay.
Thanks to that athletics. Otherwise, I did roll a 3 on the other. It would have been 10. Mermista dives in. Minrith, as without that swim speed in the icy water, you start sinking. Your clothes carrying you down, and you see Mermista immediately approaching, full mermaid form too. Grabs your hand, splashes out from the deck as Seahawk just like, sorry, where did that rock come from? As I would like to know, there's a lot of danger here. Is there anything people want to do to try to help the ship not get crunched into the rocks? Because a couple more hits like that and your ship actually is in danger of being unseaworthy is the condition. Something where then I have to make checks for the ship to stay afloat.
Will lesser restoration help the ship at all?
Unfortunately, no. Lesser restoration is only for like humanoids and creatures.
If I had my 4th level spells back, I could control water.
Oh, would you? Yeah.
I don't have light. What time of day is it right now?
Oh,
I have
this
light
is
if we
like
need it. We
noon.
both do. As
This is
It's
straight
noon?
noon, and the fog is so thick you would think it was midnight without a moon. Like
Fog.
Athletics?
Fog.
Would Firebolt help disperse some of the fog?
Oh, I have light.
it would.
I was gonna say, what if we cast light on
I
the
have
bowsprit?
If so here's what I'll say. Adora and Valka casting light is going to lower the DC checks needed by 2 each. Actually, if you just keep that light up.
Oh, they
I
both
should
have
have back
it.
I know.
And I have
So
Firebolt
yes,
as
so
cantrip,
that's
so I can
good.
just keep doing it.
With we'll start with Dax and then
The 3
Gingy.
of us just cantripping it up.
With Tice, what are you thinking?
Okay, so I think I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and make kind of 4 floating lanterns around the front of the
Yes.
ship, so we kind of making a trail so we can spot rocks.
For sure. Super smart too, because yeah, if one of your dancing lanterns suddenly starts veering into the ship, it's like, well, there's obviously a rock. That's gonna drop it by 4 for now. I will say, the DC needed for Seahawk to succeed is currently 35. It is very impossible to sail into Berg.
Is it athletics?
Ever. It's a seafaring check. So right now, dropping it by 4. So right now we've dropped by 8. Right now the DC's 27.
So
it
put the
was-
Firebolt
what about
in?
her?
Firebolt's going to be another 2 because it's a light-based
So dropping it
cantrip.
by
So
10 so far?
so far dropped by 10. So
So
DC
it's
25. Gingy, what do you want to offer?
calm emotions on Seahawk.
Oh!
Anxiety and stress over guiding the ship is down.
I love it.
That makes sense.
Gingy, I will roll this with advantage. I think that's a very smart thing of like, and give. So Seahawk again, nervous as heck because like, oh my gosh, if I fail.
Though, because if he only has a +3 and it's a DC 25,
he has advantage, a +3. That will get him. We need a D20 or a nat 20 on the higher of the two rolls.
Oh my gosh.
With Dancing Light Fire. Here. What can Mermista do to help? I just realized you do have an NPC. Because the other sailors are just doing the base ship needs. Mermista and Swiftwind.
If she could lower the DC at all, that would
Could
be
Swiftwind be a lookout?
Mermista does have Shape Water. So she can lower the DC by 2 again. So it's a DC 23.
Excellent. So if he rolls an 18 or higher, we're good?
Because he has... Well, I don't know.
Or 23, right? Yeah.
23, so still nat 20.
Still a nat 20.
Swiftwind as a Pegasus doesn't have a ton.
Couldn't he
I
be a
will
lookout?
say I'm going to allow Swiftwind would have to make a perception check in the air.
Okay.
On a successful perception
'Cause
check,
is that,
it
like,
would
he could fly
lower
above
it.
the
Yeah.
fog or whatever?
Lower it another 3 if Swiftwind. Because yeah, he can fly. So here we go. Swiftwind up in the air. That's an 18 on the die plus his perception. Swiftwind got a synthetic 20.
Okay.
We'll lower the DC by 3.
So the DC is just a 20 now?
The DC is 20.
So 17 or higher.
17
with
on a higher
advantage.
at advantage. In the box of doom, because like this,
Oh gosh.
if this ends badly, this will be bad. What a dumb statement.
no.
If this ends badly, it'll be bad.
It'll be bad.
Wait a second, we're sailing into Berg. Yeah, Valka's
Yeah, right,
last
I'm like,
thoughts
wait
of
a
the rock.
second.
Here we go.
Wait, we're sailing.
I don't like this.
With advantage.
We can do this. It's possible.
First roll bounced off 17 is a 3.
Boo!
First roll's a 3.
We deserve that 17. They got
I know.
bounced.
I watched it go 17.
We deserve that 17.
Here we go. Second roll.
Nat 20.
That is a 14 on the die for 17.
No,
see,
he
Gingy
gave
still have a Bardic.
advantage. I
Bob
can't.
Spartak for Gingy. D8.
I can't give advantage on top of that.
Gingy, you do have a bardic inspiration from your friend Bob.
That's a D8. That could give us. We only need 3 more. 3 or
Gingy,
higher.
roll me a D8. We need a 3 or higher on a D8
Oh my gosh.
to sail into Berg without the more buffs.
A 3 or higher on a D8.
This
A
is doable.
2.
What?
A 2!
Does anyone have any guidance or anything else?
I did take guidance.
Minerva took guidance.
You let me take guidance. You still haven't put on my character sheet.
Here's what I'll
because I
say.
can't do it.
Because I will allow,
Okay.
guidance is a D4. So instead of that firebolt, so it's now, instead of just a 1, you need a 3 or a 4. Because it's not like, instead of firebolt, you're doing guidance in this
Okay.
moment. So
Okay.
it raises the DC by 2. So
Okay.
his 17 plus 2,
Roll the
19.
guidance.
We need a 3 or 4 on guidance.
Oh my gosh. Should I roll a real die? Should I
Let's roll a
die?
real D4.
Okay.
50% chance.
Okay, we'll do the pretty
50% chance.
That's
It's a
4!
4!
Oh my gosh!
Get it!
Excellent.
Oh my god!
Oh, that.
Oh my
We
goodness.
swing by the literal skin of our teeth.
The
That
literal.
was scary.
As Dax, dancing lights, you're keeping these up. Gingy, quick throwing this bardic and
Guys,
the
we're
calm
alive.
emotions, trying your best to help Seahawk. As Seahawk is
chill.
insane on, because that gives him a total of 23. 23 beating the DC 22.
Oh my god.
Swivels through the rocks, boom, boom, as you are not dashed against the what the Vikings of Berk do like to call the Dragon's Maw, of just
lovely.
pure. It like you have to have grown up sailing forever here to even think about sailing out of Berk successfully, especially with the fog.
Yeah, fair.
As you barely make it through, the fog has not completely subsided, but the rocks have, or at least to the extent
Okay.
of no more rolls. Seahawk, thanks to calm emotion, looks as cool as a cucumber, but every so often goes, I'm in great peril. Great peril, and I hope we don't die, everyone. Perfectly calm emotion, but man, he might die. Like, he is so freaked out.
That's really funny, not gonna lie.
Swift Wind will tell you something, Adora. All right, I think we're through most of the rocks. Straight shot. It looks like there's this big island out.
Did Swiftwind get attacked by a dragon?
Swiftwind goes silent.
I'm gonna.
Swiftwind?
Does Adora tell us that Rex is disappearing?
He just went silent. Swiftwind just went silent.
I'm gonna do my dragon check in like 10 miles.
Oh,
but
there's
it's
so
the
many.
Closest one.
The closest dragon is 60, 50 feet, 40 feet, 30 feet. Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, crap. But we're not surprised because
I will say you're not surprised because Valka did the draconic sense as everyone roll initiative.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh!
That's so perfect.
You
it
love
feels good. Nat 20 initiative.
You
when the
love
dragon
to
is
see it.
present. That's really good. I got a 23.
23, 7. Here we go. Hold your stuff. I'm getting out my cutesy little.
I'm looking at what I want to start with for when it's my turn.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Here we go. So here we go. Who got 20s or higher? So, Valka, you got a nat 20, you said?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Minareth?
23.
Minareth got a 23. I saw your... Here we go. Alright, 15 to 19.
Nope.
Oh, man, that's not great. Alright. Okay, 11s or higher?
11.
11 for Dax. Until I make your nice Dax, we'll still use our little Shen popsicle stick here.
I like it.
It's a little, yeah. Here we go. Minareth. Gingy, then what did you get? 8, and Adora 7, correct? Oof. Here we go. It's Adora's. Here we go. Valka.
Yes.
Starting our initiative, something is racing out of the sky. Fog is obscuring, but you are counting with your draconic sense. There's a total of 4 dragons here.
Oh, shit.
4.
4.
All right. Do any of them appear to be like holding something? Like, do I think one of them's carrying Swiftwind in its claws type thing?
Make me a perception check. Yes. Yeah, trying to see like which of these is the oddly shaped in the fog.
Perception, that's a 14.
14. Out of these, it's very tough in the fog. I will say right now... Oh, I have to make you roll disadvantage with fog on perception checks.
Okay.
Anything outside of a 15-foot range
Oh,
is...
that's a natural 18, which is way higher.
Okay, so
right in the
14 would have been the lower. Still very good then, Valka. There is the largest one.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, even on a passive history, gotta be Monstrous Nightmare. Something that you guys have fought, right? Way back, beginning of the campaign. A Monstrous Nightmare somewhere in the fog has a limp something unconscious in its claws. It's maybe like, again, 50 feet above the prow of the ship, but something in it. On a 14, you're able to check that.
Knowing my strengths, I don't have great ranged stuff, so just free verbal, I'm going to call out to the others and point out, that one looks like he's probably carrying him. Like, I think that's your Pegasus, Adora.
Yeah.
And then, so my bonus action, I'm going to do my Crimson Right.
Heck yeah.
And then I'm going to hold my action for if any of them swoop down within range, I'm going to take my 2 attacks.
Crimson Right, 2 attack, held, love it. Love the held action. Valka, at the end of your turn, Crimson
I take
Right.
2 points of damage.
2 points, love it low. Minareth, that's you.
Excellent. I would like... How close are the dragons?
Right now, the dragons are... closest one's about 40 feet away, but they are all on their turn. You could assume most of them are about to swing in very
How
fast.
close are the dragons to each other?
The dragons are about equidistant right now. Like, 40 feet, 40 feet, 40 feet. Like, so technically each about 50 feet away from each other off the ship. Almost that kind of like sloppy diamond pattern as you think they were circling above you and are now coming in that same circle pattern. So
could I hold my action to cast slow once there are at least there's 4 dragons total?
4 dragons total.
Until there's at least 2 of the dragons within 40 feet of each other?
Love it. Yes. Okay. So you're holding slow.
Yes.
Excellent stuff. That will bring, before Shen's turn on a 14 initiative, or before Dax's turn, yep, I knew I was going to do it, the dragon's turn.
Fun.
All 4 dragons close in immediately on the ship and are all within range. Because you can designate only which creatures are affected by slow, correct? Yes, so, because you'd have to send it, so it's like technically your ship is getting hit with it,
yeah,
but like you can say like, no, I just want these 4.
It's just as many creatures as I want in a 40-foot cube.
Excellent.
And she wants 4 dragons.
You want 4 dragons to be slow.
All 4?
You can get all 4. They are
all
swooping.
All 4.
It is a pack attack, you would assume. So here we go.
Pack tactics work against them.
Pack tactics work against them. Here we go. I'm going to make
16,
DC 16, so here we go. First one, failure. On a nat 6. Second one, barely hits a 17. Success. Third, fails 14. Synthetically. Last one, nat 3.
Okay, I would like
one
to use
success.
one of my augur points for the one that.
Yeah.
Augur point reaction on the one that succeeded on the 17. That's a nat 3 again. All 4 dragons are immediately slowed, can only take either action or bonus action. Their movement speed is halved.
No
reactions. No reactions. Ah, crap. The dragons drop onto the deck.
Spells.
Adora,
So they're in hitting
you
range?
can now see, even with Adora, your one eye, bad perception already with the fog, there is a monstrous nightmare holding Swiftwind.
Great.
That has now.
murder it.
Yes. The dragons do get their turn. They are
But
immediately
I get
affected
an
by
opportunity
slow.
attack. Or, I mean, not opportunity attack. My held action for they got in my range.
Held action, yeah. One is swooping at you fast.
Yes. So I get my 2 attacks.
2 attacks against.
With Dragon Pig, of course. That rolled
Oh,
and bounced
I saw
off of that 19. So 9 plus 3 is 11.
11 actually might hit on this guy.
That would be nice.
Let me check. Here we go. Might be nice. 11 does not hit.
Man. Okay, that's a natural 15 though.
A natural
So
15 does hit on that 24.
Cool. Oh, I need one more d6 for my crimson
Cool.
Does it do anything to the lightning damage, have a resistant, or
with your...
Because my Crimson Right, I chose the lightning damage one. Just at random, I didn't really get a good look at
Oh,
all the
yes,
dragons.
you chose lightning.
Yeah, so I just have to know what type of dragon I'm attacking.
Right now it looks to be like a deadly natter, those kind of bluer
so
ones.
just roll normal?
Yep, normal,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. That was just my question, if I had to, like, tell you...
Yeah.
The...
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, usually I would tell you after if it did anything crazy,
Yeah.
so...
I need to roll those, because they sucked.
I don't think that's how the game works, but...
That's how my...
yeah,
the
the great weapons, fighting style.
Every time that I roll anything that I don't want
I just
to,
kind of
I
roll
get
it until it works.
I just get endless inspiration.
Is that-
19 points of damage
I'm
with
an
Dragon
artist.
Pig.
19, this dragon looks
If
horribly
both attacks had hit, I probably would have done some real damage. But
19 immediately looks pretty hurt off of it,
Yes.
as now that the dragons have landed, so here we go. One is trying to grapple you, Valka. One is trying to grapple Minarith. One is trying to grapple Dax. And one's trying to grapple Adora. Because, thankfully, Gingy, you are very small and they haven't really noticed you yet.
Minarith isn't a threat.
Minarith's not a threat, but you could be a snack. That's kind of the thing with dragons, is they're more than just threat-based.
I'm a toothpick.
So here we go. We're going to start, Valka, I need you to make me, oh no, this is, I think this was,
Hey,
no,
do the
yes.
dragons have to roll against my frightful presence?
They
Are Are they in 60 feet of me, all of them?
Yeah, they're within
They're
range of
all
you
within
hitting
60
them.
feet.
They have to roll for my frightful presence.
Crap.
Because I was looking through, and it reminded me of my advantage against their frightful presence, and I was like, oh, they have to roll
This is
against mine.
you brought in Order of the Dragon Blood Hunter
Yeah,
to a dragon
to
fight.
a dragon fight.
What's their charisma save against the fear right now?
Oh, let me double check.
Should be the DC.
Yeah, I just had to roll over to the screen.
This is not great.
This is
it is
so
a
great.
wisdom save against
Wisdom
my
save, yeah.
Hemocraft DC.
Right.
I just
You're-
noticed
So-
you painted the things to be all cute
Yeah.
and fancy.
I-
only the
yeah, I
colors,
think.
but-
13 wisdom save.
13 wisdom save. All right.
Let's hope they're not very wise.
I mean, they did.
First
decide
one.
to attack you. That doesn't show much.
Oh, that sucks. The one against you, Valka, succeeds.
Okay.
On a 16 synthetically. One of them, the one that's going for Minarith, that's an 11 plus nothing.
Fails.
Is a failure. One going for Adora, nat 3.
You love to see it.
And finally, the one going for Dax, nat 5 plus nothing.
I will take it. Mine's the only one that succeeds.
The
Heck
only
yeah.
one that succeeds is
Dang.
against Valka. The others are all immediately frightened as, what would this look like to a dragon? How are you scaring off the dragons, Valka?
With style and panache.
Well, I did just lay into this one with Dragon Fang, so
Yeah.
that's probably part of it, that this one is gushing blood. And so it's fine because it's locked in battle with me, but the others see it happen and are like,
Yeah.
we're gonna skirt away from that.
Yeah. Here we go. In which case, crap. Dragon Fear sucks, man. So because they can see you, they have disadvantage on everything they're
Yes.
trying to do, except for the one going for you. Now, unfortunately, the one going for
He
you
was gonna try and grapple me,
is
right?
a natter. He does have an action. It's called Snatch, where you need to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dex, it's not a strength save
No.
for it? Oh, I hate that.
This dragon, its ability is Snatch, or part of its actions, as it is that, while it's in the air, it's choosing a target on
and
the
this
proverbial
is a
ground.
physical thing. It's not magic or anything, so I
Mhm.
roll flat. Dang it.
This thing is built to just snatch things.
That's a natural 20. I'm
Oh.
so lucky. I have 0
Holy
dex.
Nat 20.
So,
As this
Good
thing
job.
oh boy.
avoids the fear, takes a bunch of damage, dragon lunges at you, and you tuck and roll as it swoops down, does not grab you, instead just lands on the deck. Cool. One's now going to try for Dax. Now, Dax, the one coming at you, unfortunately, is the biggest one. This is a monstrous nightmare that the party knows about, but this is a... it has to roll first to try and grapple you, and then there's a saving throw.
Okay.
So first, here we go. Oh, that, I think, failed. I'm checking. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, I think it wait. Oh, excuse me. Dax, first you make a dex saving throw, and then it has the choice to either grapple you or hurt you. So please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Oh, that was almost 22.
22
Almost
succeeds. So the large monstrous nightmare, boom, hits the deck as this... Dax, this is something out of your pure nightmares, as this red and black dragon, fire bubbling in its maw, lunges forward with its free claw, the other one wrapped around a Pegasus, and you duck and tumble out of the way, boom, hits the deck. You are not grappled.
Good job.
Minarith, here comes one against you, though.
Do I make a strength or a dex save?
This is going to be either strength or dex, as this dragon
Definitely
does not have any normal grapple stuff to it.
I rolled a 24!
24 to a nat 1. This giant dragon, not as big as Monster Nightmare, but big, beefy, boom, lands on the deck, and you just easily sidestep away as it kind of... You've never heard a dragon wheeze, but on a nat 1, this dragon's wheezing.
I guess there could be asthmatic dragons.
Asthmatic dragons. Finally, Adora, the last dragon coming for you, also does not have, so this is an opposed, either athletics or acrobatics. But your DC,
Wait,
that's
question.
much higher.
Could the Deadly Natter even do another action to snatch? Because slow?
Slow goes off.
Only one action.
Yes, it can. Well, because that was its only action.
She got a freaking nat 20.
Excellent. Easily, you are able to beat the DC 17 that it rolled. As this longer, more entwined drag kind of whips around. Seems a lot faster, door, but you training kicks in.
I kind of do a cool backflip in front of our newbie, like very much like, yeah, you know, like, oh, it's all hugs and man, let's take care of each other. Immediately combat. It's like, oh my gosh, you know.
Oh no! Like you backflip out of the way, Adora, and are not grappled. None of the dragons grappled you, and almost all of them are frightened, and all of them are slowed. Oh, this is going really bad.
We really work well together.
You guys are a solid team. It's super cool. Here's
like
what will
us
happen
players have
now.
been playing for 3 years or something.
Wow, it's almost like
I know, right?
each
It's
other
almost
really
like
well.
we all know our strengths and weaknesses. Shen, you will act next in the initiative. Dax. I know your name. Dax, that is you. Monster's Nightmare landed on the deck. What do you want to do?
He's showing no signs of leaving me be, right?
Not at all. This it is slowed, but these dudes are here to stay.
Okay. I'm going to backpedal and scurry away from him and call out to him, "You don't want to do this. We have you surrounded." I'm going to cast Enemies Abound.
Oh! Wow, we
Let's
all
go,
have
let's
the same
go,
reaction.
Well, basically, so we have to make a DC 15 intelligence save.
I rolled a 14 on the die. This dragon, let's see its intelligence. That's a 10. It's got a +0 to intelligence.
So for the next minute, he cannot distinguish friend from foe, and if he makes an attack, he has to choose someone randomly.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. Dax, that's so cool. So, backpedaling away, you know they can't have reactions. That slow magic is working. You fling that intricate, cool drow magic, like, slithers through the fog into the dragon's eyes. As its eyes become those slit-like pupils. As, no friend from Poe. It might attack the other dragons. Excellent turn there, Dax. Yeah.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get as far away from it as possible and the other dragons.
Yeah, right. Like, straight to the middle of the ship. Like, all right, I'm not sticking around here. As you say, you're surrounded. We got you. You cast Enemies Abound. The Monster's Nightmare looks mad. Gingy, you are on deck as something else will happen first. Dax, you say, we've got you surrounded. And you hear, no, we've got you surrounded. As a Viking stands up from the Monster's Nightmare. Stands up from the Monster's Nightmare, previously unseen. I did check. Unfortunately, you couldn't have retroactively given them slow. You have to, like, say which ones you're slowing. The Vikings have their turn. The Viking on the Monster's Nightmare is going to have to cast a spell. He is going to dispel magic.
Spells?
What? Because immediately it's not like, whoa, down, girl. Immediately cast dispel magic, so the dragon does not immediately attack him, because that would have been very bad.
That would have been funny.
That would have been very funny, though. As that happens, Adora, out of the two dragons, two figures suddenly loom out. As one just like, all right, give us all your goods, and you can take me out on a date. So you can take me out on a date as two dragons.
Are they hitting on me?
Both of them are hitting on you. They immediately rush forward.
Is it because I look like a certain blonde?
Oh my god!
They rush
They have
forward.
a type.
Here we go.
They have a type.
Adora, one of them rolls a nat one's like, whoa, you're like really good at fighting. The other one does a 16 hit.
I don't think so. Don't you have a stupidly
You have because you
I
have
AC 220.
because you have the plate armor from Rayhan.
It's just like he like goes for it and I just.
So upset. The other one comes in. It's like, hey, stop flirting. I saw this person first. As tries to sweep the lake, and you just kind of like hop. It's like you're like really good at fighting. As both of these two Vikings are flirting with you.
It's the two twins, and so Adora's kind of like bisexual.
I don't feel good at this.
No, they're fighting us.
They're fighting us. They're fighting us.
They're fighting us. No.
One of them hops down. You see the asthmatic dragon. One of the good boy.
Oh,
You're doing good. The Gronkel rolled a nat one to try to grapple you. As the Gronkel is saying it's okay. You did your best. As this Viking looks up, instead, Minareth. Oh no, he can hit all of you. I need the party to all make a save against slow yourselves.
What's save? What's save?
Save. Oh, it is a wisdom saving throw. I'll let you know it's a DC 14.
Are Elle and I getting advantage from our
great.
Holy Avengers?
Yes, you two have.
I'll still take the advantage.
Our swords offering advantage.
Are you
I'll
getting
take
advantage?
it. It's a nat 20 on the advantage.
Excellent.
Wait, we get advantage?
No. Just
We have-
this sword
the
bears.
Holy
They have the
Avengers.
Holy
You
Avengers.
gotta know. I had 2 D20s, and I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 3.
Can
I
I
love it.
give my rolls to Megan? Because I
Nope.
got a 21 and a nat 20.
Minareth, what did you get?
I got a 12.
What are
12.
we adding to these?
It's a wisdom save. It's a 14 save. Minareth fails. Adora, you get the nat 20.
Yeah,
Thankfully,
that's a 4 for
Dax,
me.
unfortunately, you do fail. Same with Gingy. Kind of like against the dragons, everyone but Adora fails against this slow. As this Viking's like, all right, just everyone calm down. As slow goes off.
As you guys start going slow, I'm like, no, like full real time.
That
Stop
Viking goes down. The last Viking does a double backflip off of the natter. As
Can I make?
this woman looks at you, Valka. You hurt my dragon, you monster. She pulls out a sword, is about to rush you. With slow, you do have a -2 to your AC as well. Keep that in mind. So she's going to take her multi-attack on you. Damn, that's already a 24 on a 19 on the die. So 24,
Sorry.
19 on her
Hold
second, and
Hold on. How close is Valka to me?
about 10 feet away. Because do you have?
I do believe I, in fact, have a certain feat called. Never mind, I took Mountain Combatant on accident.
I was gonna say
meant
it's
to
Puss
take
in Boots
Sentinel.
that has Sentinel, not
It's
Adora.
Puss in Boots that
Puss
has
in Boots
Sentinel!
has Sentinel.
God!
Adora can't do crap. Unfortunately, Adora aren't able to help. So the second attack, synthetic 19, I believe still hits. Oh my gosh, 16 plus 5, 21.
Yeah.
This Great Axe attacks. This one is attacking with the Great Axe 3 times. Um. 41 points of damage.
I'm still up.
As Valka, you're still up. As immediately Valka, working against the... You're trying to parry, but this Viking, she is rolling in between your legs, slicing against your calf, up against your back, catching you in the, armor. This lady knows where Viking armor breaks are.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows with, all 3 of her attacks hit. As she does so, Great Axe, she is pointing at you one-handed. Just that, submit and we won't kill you all.
Adora, blushes slightly because that's the one
Adora's
she's
like, damn.
Great Axe one-handed? Goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. Gingy, that is your turn.
Blessing everybody.
Healing everybody. Or blessing everyone.
Blessing.
Everyone's got bless.
Thank you.
It's ready to cast that at level 2 to get Seahawk and...
Yes. So a level 2, so even the NPCs can also benefit from bless. Excellent one to, so everyone's got a D4, which is going to really help, especially beating those wisdom saves.
And then I'm going to use my movement to climb into my little pocket house in Adora's armor so that I can pew pew, but the
Full cover!
So I'm going to...
It's technically 3/4 cover, but
Three-quarter.
yes, 3/4 cover as Gingy, you foxhole sniper position, little candy cane gun, alright, here we go. Bless. Excellent stuff, Gingy. Gingy, at the end, go ahead and make me a wisdom save. You now have the benefits of bless, trying to beat slow. Nat 20.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, Gingy, you boom, like immediately, you can't catch you. You're the gingerbread man. You and just like you slow fades away as, but you do get blessed off. That brings us to Adora. End of the round. Adora, what would you like to do?
So the scouts yelled at Valka, "You hurt my dragon."
Yeah.
Great. Is that her dragon that ate my Pegasus?
No. So you see.
Okay.
Swiftwind is unconscious in the monstrous nightmare's claws. Like, not hurt, but like that you think got the drop on, hit him, and is just holding the Pegasus.
So not intending to eat him.
Doesn't seem well yet. Maybe.
Great.
We don't know.
And that's her dragon, yeah?
No, that is
Who's
the Viking who had to use a dispel magic, to stop
The burly
stuff.
dude?
The burly dude.
Oh, yeah, great.
It's got like a curly horn kind of going
Great,
on.
then I'm just bringing everyone into it, addressing to her, and it's like, yeah, and he hit my Pegasus as I'm going to attack, not his dragon, but him.
Okay, the two Vikings attacking you will get opportunity attacks because you'll have to move a little bit up to hit the monstrous nightmare.
Oh, we've had a long rest. Hold on.
You haven't had a long rest.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to take a
Yeah.
Oh,
Click
I
the button.
forgot to do that too.
Yeah, we're good.
16 from one. Ooh, 23 from the other.
Stop it. Can I...
I can't. That's an opportunity attack.
Wait, what ones are attacking me? The ones that
The
were asking me out?
twins. Yeah, the twins that were trying to get your
Can
number.
I take a persuasion check? Be like, you wouldn't want to hit me, would you?
Have to be an action right now.
Oh, dang it!
Can I roll to flirt?
Can I roll to
Can
flirt?
I roll to say no?
Oh, they don't have a D10. It's a D8.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, but that's an 8 on the die. 11 points of slashing damage, Adora, as one of them, like, whoa, wait, we're not done with you! Cha! And, like, slash against your back as you jump all the way up to the monstrous nightmare. You're gonna attack it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and, get it to non-lethally drop my Pegasus.
Excellent. Do you want to make a stamina point then? Because your stamina point trying
Yes,
to get
I'm
it to
not
drop.
trying to, this sounds bad.
Non-lethal,
Because
lethal.
Adora is recognizing these people are literally just protecting their homeland. We've been told that it's vicious. So I'm gonna try and do non-lethal on these dragons.
I don't know, it sounds like a metagamey someone who's watched the movies.
Yeah. Can I remind you? You've been traveling with Valka for how long and heard all the horrifying stories about dragons ripping apart her son in his cradle?
Yeah.
And these people are consorting with dragons and being like, how
They're
dare you touch them?
consorting!
Yeah, they're clearly
Yeah, I'll cut off its feet. As I'm...
Stamina
Just saying,
against the dragon's claw. Again,
I can
it's
bring
a
the restoration its feet back on. What?
you or less. Yeah, go ahead and make the attack roll against the monstrous nightmare's claws that's holding Swiftwind.
I'm going to also put in a little bit of showmanship
Okay.
in case if they've heard about the Sword of Protection.
Yeah, no, it's like make a big deal of showing
Could
the
it be a
sword.
persuasion check to try and get this battle to end?
I will say, it's kind of one or the
Or
other.
intimidation.
It would be either
Okay.
a persuasion or intimidation, a bigger action of like using the sword, using its attack to try to end it, or just like drop Swiftwind.
Swiftwind would understand.
This unconscious Pegasus, like tongue out.
Like full like goat simulator tongue.
No, I like it. It's that like,
Ah.
it's kind of that like very smart like let's make this battle quickly a draw before
Stuff gets worse.
severe bloodshed. Again, big attack on Valka, big attack on the Deadly Natter. So it's not like
I go next.
yeah, because Valka is next in the turn order.
So,
we'll take it after
plus
Mervis.
6,
Oh,
plus
yeah.
bless.
Plus 6 plus bless. Go
I was
ahead
just
and
watching
roll your
Fox and
bless
Six
first.
to
Let's see
think
your
about
total
this.
bless.
That is 2.
So you have a plus 8 to this. I'll let you know.
Plus 8.
This is a DC 25 currently. Because it's hostile.
So a 13 or
Everyone's
higher.
been attacking and doing magic. You need a
Would this be box
13
of
or
doom?
higher.
13 or higher.
Nat 13.
Nat 13 or
13.
higher in the box of doom.
Oh, in the box of doom.
In the box
She
of doom.
just rolled.
No,
No,
I
no.
didn't. I got it.
Interesting.
He said box of doom before
Respect the
I rolled
box. Respect it.
She did.
I'm
specifically
respecting the
ask
box.
before.
That's why I'm
Respect the box.
respecting
Then
it.
she rolled before waiting for an answer.
I know.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry.
Here we go. In the box of doom.
Sorry.
13 or
Everybody
higher.
blow on it.
Because we've already
Blow my
accounted for
curses?
bless. Here we
You
go.
want my
Blow on it
asthma?
to the camera.
Blow in the camera. Here we go. Ready up? 13 or higher. And 11.
Can
I
I
don't
take a
have
point
my
of exhaustion to
reaction
try it
down.
again?
You can't take a point of exhaustion to reroll. That is only delegated to points of inspiration for rerolls.
Did you Bless.
We already added in Bless. So it was all added in. So, yeah, with the bonuses, she only needed a 13 or higher. That's only an 11. You rush over, brandish the sword.
It was a really cool thought to try.
Yeah.
It's a cool thought to try. As instead,
Trying it.
Mermista will take her turn.
Can I save scum this like in Baldur's Gate?
Can I use a save scum where we reload life?
Can we reload the past 5 minutes?
Speaking as someone who's done a save scum on Baldur's Gate, no, absolutely not. That's the joy of in-person D&D. You can't save state.
Scum life.
Can't do it, man. That would be rough.
I want that cross stitched on my wall.
Right? Can't save scum life. You watch Mermista will then take her turn. She'll offer you the help action, Adora. As Mermista trusts you, you fought together, so it's that like if She-Ra thinks we need to stand down, I'll offer a help action. I will say it has to come on your next turn, just because she did roll. Fun fact, Mermista got a nat 1 for her initiative order. She very much is going last.
Okay, if we can survive another round, I can try again.
If you can survive another round, try again. So, she'll give you an,
Unless we murder them all.
Valka, that is you, though, to start us.
I'm being slowed, though. So what exactly does that mean for me?
Action,
action
or
or
bonus
bonus.
action. You have to choose.
Gross.
Yeah.
And you only have half movement. Thankfully, you have 2 combatants
your AC
here.
is 2 fewer.
AC is 2 fewer, and you can make the save at the end of your turn.
Okay. Do I choose action or bonus action here?
I know. Especially as the Blood Hunter, you have really good options either way.
Right?
Slow is one of the stupidest spells, but I love it.
I think it's really great when I'm the one using it.
I know, right?
I think I will take my action because I still get my 2 attacks as part of the single action,
Yes.
right?
Oh yeah. This isn't Baldur's Gate. This is normal D&D. Baldur's
Dang
Gate.
it!
For some reason, in Baldur's Gate, if you have slow, you can only take 1 attack, even if you're slowed, and I hate it so much.
Yeah.
I've lost
But they
many.
let you turn into an owlbear as a druid.
So,
Yeah.
It's a toss-up.
Oh no, that is the spell is written. Regardless of the creature's abilities, magic item, it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Hey, guess
Oh,
what? You're
okay.
also the
Rules
DM.
No, that's rules as written.
Oh.
I really try to adhere to ROR.
But rule-
Or RAR.
yeah. Because if I did a bonus action, it would be Celestial Revelation, but I don't think I would then live long enough to benefit from it on my next turn. Or,
Fair.
not live, but I mean, like, I wouldn't stay up enough to, like, have that apply to my attack.
Yeah.
So it would be all down to, like, is she frightened, but I don't want to bank on that roll, so I think I will take my 1 attack, but I'll at least probably then stamina point it to try and do something good.
Stamina point, max the damage.
And so to max the damage, and if I can, because stamina point, you can, like, do stuff with it, maybe try and make her, like, drop the axe.
Yeah, kind of like what Adora
disarming
was saying.
strike. Yeah.
It's the form of disarming, but use a stamina point for it. Go for it.
So I will do that. And again, because she got all high and mighty about her dragon. Consorting with dragons. What kind of Viking are you? And I'm gonna attack her with dragon fang.
Get got!
That's a natural 13 plus 9 for a 21 to hit.
21 will hit the armor class.
Yes. Cool. I will roll 3d6
Yeah,
plus 6.
consorting.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna roll because it's max damage.
Yep.
So 24 points of damage.
24. This Viking immediately looks very hurt, just like you. As blow for blow, boom, boom, boom. You cut into her armor as well, finding the weak points. Both of you are now looking bloody.
Viking versus Viking.
Viking on Viking violence, man, happens every day. That excellent stuff. At the end of your turn, Valka, go ahead and make me your save as
But I'm blessed.
with bless. Minarith, that will be your turn.
Okay. I would not like to cast a spell because it would take a whole freaking round to work.
Same with
Come
my dragon.
on! That's another nat 1!
Valka, still slowed for now.
Hey, Megan, have we ever considered seeing a shrink or a...
Have we ever considered somebody hitting the dude who's concentrating on it so we don't have to necessarily...
Okay.
I was gonna do the same thing for Minarith.
So
if you're gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
the ice
It's the whole
on
of
my
my
sheet
children.
yet.
Sorry, those of us who have
2d6,
movement to
right?
get to
It's a
him.
2d6.
Oh no, I was
Okay.
talking real life.
How
like
far
shoes.
away is the not fish legs, but the dude who casts a spell?
The dude that casts spell, whatever his name would be,
Yeah.
with the Gronkle.
Nothing ridiculous like fish legs, because that doesn't exist.
Your movement
Unless you're-
is halved, but being on the ship already, being as he is close enough, your 15 feet barely gets you right to it.
Sweet. I would like to stab.
Stab him.
Yes.
Go ahead. Roll your attack.
What is... Oh, I so very rarely attack. Okay, so I have a +7. Okay.
+7. Yeah, Minarith can attack. This sorcerer, like, when you need to, can...
I cannot! I rolled a nat 1!
Nat 1.
Stop
you go in.
it.
The Gronkle dragon in front of you goes, bonk, and, like, knocks the blade out of the way right before it hits Fish, this whatever Viking his name is. Does not hit. Go ahead and make me your save against slow, as the dragons will take their turn. They are still slow.
And you're blessed.
And
I
you're
am blessed! Oh, I got a nat 20. Not nat 20, dirty 20. Plus
Dirty
plus.
20. So, Minard, boom, save against slow. The dragons
Can I
will...
ask the dude, why did you attack us? If you want us to, if you want everyone to stop.
You're the attacking force! Look at this arm, as you are all well armed.
We're a ship!
He is going to order his dragon to once again try to gronkle you. Maybe that's an adjective. Gronkle! As basically flop all over.
Roll it!
So here we go. That's a DC.
Is it at disadvantage?
With
Because frightened?
Frightened. Oh,
The dragons are also. Wait, did the humans have to roll against my frightful presence?
They do.
Those Viking bastards. Those Vikings at disadvantage. She took 3 attacks on me that should have been disadvantaged.
If they fail, what's the DC?
Get God!
What's the DC? I'll start by rolling the female Viking save. I completely... Because it's something in my mind, I went, yes, your draconic frightful presence for the dragons. And I went, that's done. That's it. That's all we need.
Yes,
That's all, folks. For the Viking.
Wisdom save, it should be DC 15, you said last time?
13.
DC 13.
Nice.
I did roll the Viking. She's going to use Indomitable.
Of course you
So that is a 16 synthetically.
Okay.
Sorry.
The other Vikings will go. We'll start with the one who did the Dispel Magic with the Monstrous Nightmare. He rolled an 18 on the die.
Okay.
Succeeds. Now we're going for the one on the Gronkle. 17 on the die. Succeeds. Finally, the 2 attacking doors. So the first one, the twin... Oh, hold on. The male twin fails, is frightened of you. So that will prompt a re-roll. Adora may not have taken opportunity attack. As the female Viking, though, 15 on the die. So I'll re-roll his attack on you, Adora. Still an 18. Still would have hit. So everything still technically happened, but thank you. So
You don't get to hide opponents from us and then say your abilities don't count because you didn't know.
I want to apologize. I did not pretend to not
I know
have
you
fear.
didn't do it on purpose, but you gotta know it's like.
I very much
Excuse
went,
me.
yeah, you're frightful presence for dragons. No, it's for everyone.
For everyone.
That was on me.
Thank you.
So, here we go. Yes, one dragon at disadvantage on Minarith. So, the lower of the 2 Minarith, you need to beat a DC 14 acrobatics or athletics. As the Gronkle is trying to grapple you.
I'm not asthmatic as Minarith.
Minarith isn't
That's the
asthmatic.
saddest thing ever.
I play D&D for fantasy.
Oh.
We've all
For
been
the
there.
fantasy of perfect health. I got a 14!
As the Gronkle tries to slam on you, and you just as slow breaks, you roll out of the way.
Oh, I love this.
Adora, you're actually not close enough because Dax moved back, so the Monstrous Nightmare is going to try to grapple Adora this turn. But this is a you have to make the save, Adora, and then he gets to either hit you or grapple you.
Good. What's
The save, it's a dexterity saving throw for the Monstrous Nightmare.
Bless.
Yes, bless. Always have bless.
Oh yeah, I had bless too.
10.
I would...
Adora, the Monstrous Nightmare, it is a DC 14? Yeah, 14. No, 13, but yes. Monstrous Nightmare, big old claw, boom! Slams down. Adora, you are pinned to the deck.
Rude.
Valka, the last dragon that's near enough that doesn't have slow and fear is going to try, because it's right next to you. It's going to try to grapple you with... Oh, no, that you can't do it because it has to be in the air for its roll to hit. Because you're on the ground... Because if it lights into the air, it can't come back since that fear and slow coming back on him.
So the dragon closest to me They were all slowed, but I think the one passed his fear, remember?
Well, but it's still with slow. There is a certain distance in the air a dragon has to be.
No, I was just saying, because you keep saying slow and fear, one of them did not
I
get
know.
frightened.
The Natter is not frightened.
Yeah.
It is slowed. It can't get into the air to try its auto. I can just roll the hit for you. Instead, it will do a on-the-ground attack at disadvantage. This is going to be a spine shot.
I guess that was my question. Why is it disadvantaged?
Because of fear.
It's not feared, right?
No, that's the monster's nightmare.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I was just confused about which
No
one's
worries.
doing what.
That
No worries.
makes more
No
sense.
worries. Damn it. That's a 12 to hit.
Yeah. No.
Disadvantage. Spine shot goes off. Can't hit you, nor anyone else that is really next to you, so it can't even spread the shot. Spines hit into the deck as Dax. That is your turn. I'm going to start rolling for the dragon slow. Fail.
We are still slow, correct?
Dax, yes, you are still slowed. The dragons, the Natter and Monster's Nightmare succeed, are all good now. But the two, the Zippleback and the Gronkle fail. I'm now going to roll for their Frightful Presence. Damn it. Natter's still afraid. Gronkle succeeds. The Gronkle isn't afraid anymore. Zippleback succeeds as well. So, almost all the dragons are fine. The Natter on you still is afraid of you, Valka. And the Zippleback and Gronkle are still slow. So Dex, you're about middle of the ship, so you, while slow, have enough movement to get to technically any dragon you want if you start moving.
Okay. I do have a question about the guy that's casting slow. How far away from the edge of the boat is he?
5 feet away, because they all landed on the edge and their dragons have been fighting slow and fear to get more on.
Okay. Can I position myself, so if he is by the edge, could I move to position myself to be directly across from him?
Yeah.
You'd love to see it.
I'm going to then reach up, very slowly pull down my goggles over my eyes and pull out my knitting needles. And kind of scraping them across each other, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on
Yes!
him.
Do you have Repelling Blast?
I do have Repelling
I
Blast.
love it!
So if this hits,
It's the best
he gets
combo.
pushed on 10 feet.
You're talking
Best
to my wife who
indication.
plays so many warlocks. Yeah, so heck yeah, Ty,
Like I'm
so
right on
cool.
the boat.
So Dax, you scrape the needles. Here we go. Eldritch Blast,
Yes.
Repelling Blast, 2
Is
hits.
it this level?
2 beams.
Beans.
Okay.
2 beams.
Like 2 beams. Oh, that's an 11 to hit.
An 11 doesn't hit, unfortunately,
But he
on the
rolls twice.
first one. Yeah, you do roll twice. So first beam doesn't hit.
Did you roll
9.
less with them?
That is another 10.
Another 10.
Did he roll
Unfortunately, yes, did roll blast. Even with slow, the slow for slow, but this dude's slow. You boom. The giant Viking on the ground, screams, slams himself as hard as he can into the Gronkle's back. Boom! Eldritch Blast go off into the fog. Dax. Excellent, but you're still lined up though, because again, his Gronkle still has slow and fear. Yeah. 16 already though. Yeah, Dax, you 19 succeeds. You are no longer slowed either.
Okay.
The Vikings will take their turn.
They could not.
The one you are grappled. So the Viking that was on the Monster's Nightmare jumps down, is running over to you, Dax, is going to try to grapple you. Hey, Dax, I need you to not roll a nat 1, as the Viking that is trying to grapple you rolled a nat 1.
Oh, is this a strength?
It's athletics or acrobatics, because it's a grapple.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 1. This dude's strong. Let me be very clear.
Who's this again?
The one on the Monster's Nightmare.
It's not loud. That
It's
makes
not loud.
sense.
Okay, that's an 18 acrobatics to kind of dance away.
He's like, don't worry, I got you, bro. As this dude, boom, 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 bounds after you, Dax, goes to like full tackle you, and you just like squat, boom, he goes straight over onto that one. We're just warming up. Really got to get my bearings, you know? Like, I haven't worked out my quads today. This dude misses
gosh.
Dax.
Here.
Is
I
that
can
one of the
help.
guys that
I'll give you a moving target next time.
Dax, what a punk. Minarith,
love
the
him already.
Viking on you, he's concentrating on the remainder of slow. So instead, he's going to try to grapple you, Minarith.
At the end of Dax's turn, did he re-roll his save against slow? I think I missed what he got.
Oh, he succeeded.
Awesome.
So technically, you're the only one. So that's why he's like, he'll
Nice.
still keep slow up. Minarith, that's a dirty 20 on a 17 roll. Dirty 20 DC acrobatics or athletics, as this Viking's like, we just need you guys to stand down, as he is jumping to grapple you.
That was almost a nat 20. Wait, but plus.
You're
I
blessed.
got an 18 plus.
18 plus.
Yes, it's a
20 exactly.
Thank
Minarith,
you,
you are
Gigi.
not grappled.
I'm barely meeting all of these grapples.
Adora,
Uh-huh.
you are grappled, so the twins are going to turn. One's going to try to re-grapple Minarith.
Ugh.
One's going to try to grapple Dax. So Minarith, you see this dude's like, unless you want to go out with me, and runs over. Oh my gosh, that 15 on the die plus his, that's another dirty 20. Because this guy is more of the fighter. Another dirty 20 acrobatics or athletics.
That's so
15 even plus, yeah.
I can't do it.
Can't do it, Minarith. As this dude, boom, puts you on the next, like, so, like, where are you from? Tell me more about you. As Dax,
I'm from
the
the
female
stars.
Viking's like, you're a little spindly one, aren't you? Very scrunkly. She runs, Dax, it is a
Little
DC
spindly
12 acrobatics or athletics. She got a 12. Man,
I got 10 plus 3, so...
Barely.
13. You barely, as she comes over, like, she doesn't lunge her, like, but it's that, like, she kind of screams, huh, huh, and it's that, like, kind of awkward dance-off where she's trying to, like, sumo to grab you. It's like, you guys are, like, really good at this. She's trying to grapple you. Finally, the one attacking Valka.
I hate that she gets 3 attacks and I'm only getting 1.
She has 3 attacks. She is a really good Viking.
Yeah, so is
She's a
Valka.
fighter who only wants to hit things. Here we go. 3 attacks on you, Valka. 13.
Nope, not even with my minus
Not
2.
even with the minus. 9. Oh my gosh. And a nat 3. All
Yes!
of them miss.
Yes.
On a synthetic 13, a synthetic 9, and a synthetic 8.
I love that.
I roll really well,
I
roll
am
really
up.
bad. So, phew, phew, as you guys are locked in this fight, as she just like, stand down and I won't murder your crew. As she is like gesturing, because again, Adora and Minarith are now pinned. I will say, Gingy, you're technically not grappled until someone notices you in your little armor cache. But you're starting to notice like, okay, yeah, there's a lot. That makes Gingy's turn.
Yeah, Gingy. Save us. Save us.
I also want to say, like,
Save
Adora's
us,
trying to,
Gingy,
like,
Gingy,
do a
save us.
somewhat push-up to make sure she's not crushing Gingy in her armor.
Yeah, so
Like,
Adora's like,
ah!
it's
like
not
the
like
worst plank in the
the
world.
worst plank to not crush Gingy underneath your body. So Gingy, yeah, you're free if you need to like run out. What would you like to try, Rebecca?
I don't really have like a good attack spell. How close is the nearest? Oh, this is huge. Okay, I'm just gonna. Everybody's at good health. Just making sure.
Valka's hurt but still up. Actually, I think technically Valka's bloodied.
I have 24 hit points
Yeah.
right now.
So Valka's got 24, so below half about. Everyone else is pretty good because again, except for the fact that Valka is engaged in like actual combat, most of these Viking dragons, it's been this like grapple, like they're trying to pin you guys and just like kind of that end the fight in terms of grappling you all.
We can end the fight our way.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to be
yeah.
diplomatic.
Go ahead and do my. Oh, which one is it? I have so many human
Right,
spells.
like,
That's a really good idea.
Ends of like, I bet
Yeah.
prioritize
Awesome.
pushing the right side of the rather than attacking us.
So healing Valka.
That's really clever. But that's if we can get them all down. That would then be my thought.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find my healing spell that I cast it, but then I can keep healing you as a bonus action.
Yes, I think, is that healing spirit, or am I messing up my spells?
Pretty sure it's healing spirit. You might not be fine.
I thought I knew because I've used it before. Like recently.
There's prayer healing a lot of people.
Are you thinking Aura Vitality?
Oh.
Yes, so Aura Vitality is your 3rd level spell. It is a concentration, so it would have to swap out Bless, but it's that, like, you get, until the spell ends, an aura centered around you for 30 feet, and it's then a free bonus action to choose a creature to regain another 2 hit points.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll swap out Bless. Sorry, no more Bless.
So no more Bless, but
That's
now...
okay, thank you for the healing.
So yeah, you can go ahead and roll 2d6, because yeah, you can throw 2d6 over to Valka now, because yeah, you're still within 30 feet of that aura. That's definitely going to help there. That's 3 hit points. So Valka, hey, but again, this is a constant thing. Valka, at the end of Gingy's turn, you are fighting with the Viking Adora. It's your turn. Mermista has been holding her held action to give you advantage on a help action.
I have a few ideas.
I forgot that I have action surge.
Oh, you have action surge. You'll have to see it.
That's very nice.
So we're gonna do the old stop it
Get
again.
your Pegasus.
So
We're gonna do the old get out first.
you're trying to do a persuasion of leave.
Of can we all just stop?
So you don't have bless, so it's just the +6 now. But you have advantage.
But I have it at advantage.
So this is tough.
Can we all just stop? And then, like, if it succeeds, can I flavor it a little?
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm excited.
With advantage in the box of doom. Ah!
That was
Doesn't count.
so
Not in the box.
respected.
Not in the box.
No.
Gotta respect the box. Don't hurt the box.
Nat 20.
See what happens.
Try.
First try.
Hey,
Nothing else happened
flavor
before
this?
this.
So
Adora,
I'm
pinned
sorry,
beneath
that's
the Viking, or pinned beneath the dragon. Nat
I'm
20.
gonna, like, take both legs of the toe and, like, it sounds dumb. And Adora's mind's like, great, the only thing they're gonna respond to is brute strength. So I want to know if, just for a minute, Adora's eyes can flare up a little bit with the She-Ra power as she just lifts the legs over. It's like, can we all just stop? And, like, slams the dragon to the
On
ground.
this Herculean feat of strength, boom, 2 claws, lifting. The monster's memory gives that little, like, very confused, like, what the?
And it's
As
non-lethal.
non-lethal, but you judo flip a dragon.
Yeah.
Stop!
Love to see
Boom! As indeed, on the DC 25, you needed a 19 or 20. You love to see a nat 20 come off.
Has no one in this world heard of talking before?
Even the Viking warrior, because the 25 was her. All the other Vikings were pretty low. It's, you gotta get the leader. This woman stops. I will say we are coming out of initiative, but it is on a knife's edge. Anything could put us right back in exact same initiative, Adora, as she stops. She is not taking another attack. Why are you sailing to Burke, laden with weapons and strange creatures? And she points at the Pegasus, like, because you see she's like, state your business.
Point number 1, that strange creature is my mount. You have dragons for mounts. To me, that's strange. Point number 2, we're coming here because one of our party used to live here and is seeking some answers. Number 3, we're armored because we're adventurers and we've been told that, you know, there's raiders in these parts. As Adora, you guys have never seen her get actually mad before, but she is genuinely furious.
Like, laying out all these bullet points of like, this and this and this. Here is why we are cool.
And we are cool because, and I point to the flag, we're an envoy!
We're an envoy. You, Adora,
Like
losing
the-
her mind as you are all grappled, pinned to the deck. But
Peace! Peace!
the
She's
woman,
quaking in have.
Yeah, Gingy's like, oh my gosh, like Gingy's freaked out.
It's like, whoa.
Adora's like
Gingy,
actually mad.
I like her
calm
eyes.
people
I want
down?
to say that the eye that's gone is like slightly glowing.
Oh yeah, because it's the glowing socket underneath the eye
Yeah.
patch. So you see
I
this
actually
woman.
kind of want to rip off my iPad. Again, we're going full intimidation.
Full intimidation, yeah. This woman.
Listen
you
to the wise one,
give
Jin,
this-
me as well.
I don't recognize any of you. She's looking around now.
What about
How
her?
are you, girl? 12?
For your information, I'm well in my 20s.
You'd have been young when I left then.
I will say again,
I don't
no
think she's
other
well in her
insight.
20s.
Can you say your name at this point?
Well,
no, I'm joking.
No, you see, she goes, "You used to live here? That's your mount?"
That's my mount.
She's
you
gonna make
get-
a
it's
history
probably
check
not-
for Ilvanor. Okay, yeah, meets it, beats it. You see this woman. Right. Here's how this is gonna go down. Everyone's gonna be cool. Riders, release them. And you see dragons, the twins that were trying to grab like Dax and Min, let you all go. We're escorting you to the village.
Great.
If, and I mean if, you do not pass our chief's complete inspection, we will personally kill you all.
I kind of want to get up super close to her. You
Adora-
know, like
yeah,
that
walk
tension,
up.
and just be like, I'm betting on it. Lead the way, princess.
See, she goes, fine. She turns. Seahawk this entire time has been squatting behind the helm trying not to be noticed. He's a great adventurer, great seafarer. My dude is not great in a fight.
I love that it's like the little like lightning zing in between the two foils.
Mhm.
You know.
So,
Just like,
you see
I'll cut you.
she-
She's like, I'll cut you more.
Sail us in. Go off of my dragon, and you see this natter, like clicks at you, Valka, in annoyance, and kind of like chicken walks up to the prow of the ship. You see how. I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand. Off the dragon, follow, and you see indeed this natter, kind of like a dog, is now pointing off into the fog, almost like a hard left of where you guys were sailing. Fun fact, even though you succeeded, there's still that base look of you could accidentally just kind of go in a circle.
Seahawk, follow the dragon.
You see Seahawk following the dragon as he turns the helm.
I'm really curious who the chief is right now.
Here's who the chief is now.
Spitelo?
Megan knows.
Megan knows. Here we
I
go.
kind of in
Sorry,
my heart
it's
of
weird
hearts
for me
know
talking
who
about
I
something
want
the
it
third person. I
to
just
be.
make the distinction.
And I hope it
Megan
is.
knows.
All of you
Never
will
got married
sail.
myself.
Oh,
All
you
of the
should know.
Vikings look really angry. You see
I'm angrier. I'm pissed.
the twins now have converged on you, Minarith. You see that? So, like, where are you from? You're not, like, a Viking.
No,
I give Minna
I'm
the
a
eyes of,
Viking.
do you need me to
Do
say?
you need help? Do you need
Do
stuff?
you need help?
You're, like, really good at not being, like, grappled to the deck, though. Like, I trained for that pretty obviously. And, like, you're really good at it. Because, like, it took me a while to, like, you know, wrestle you. But, like,
Would you like to pull some tarot cards?
if that's what you're into, like, I'm more into, like, I think that the gods are
Alright, so I would
dragons.
like to just pretend that I'm pulling it because I know that it's actually very special. So just pull something and say, it seems as if your foot is very far inside of your mouth. You might be in danger of causing some injuries to your kidneys.
I do like biting off my bunions with my teeth. It really helps get
that
them
would
off.
explain a
You don't want to
lot.
use a
for
knife
Cinder.
because if you're using a knife to cut off your bunions, like, you don't know where that knife has been. You know where your mouth has been. Am I right? Like,
I would hope so.
you're like really good at tarot reading. As you all sail in,
I want to like, look over to the blonde that's in charge and go, please don't tell me you're all of your hygiene is like that. You know, like,
You
please
see-
don't tell me you're like that.
please
In
tell
a
me you're
weird
not.
way of like, I'm still gruff at you, but I'm
She-
trying to make amends.
It's like, it's none of your business.
Whatever.
As you all sail in, eventually, Valka, you see large outcropping. The fog has naturally subsided away. We see Burke. Valka, it has changed slightly. Buildings are all new, but most of it seems pretty up to date. As again, you gotta know that when you're constantly being attacked by Vikings and dragons, a lot of buildings burn. But the landscape's the same. It has that very awkward, melancholy feel of a home you've left and are seeing again. The Vikings will introduce themselves. You see the one with the curlicue horn and little goatee introduce himself as Snotlout. Once again, yo, little man, like, not gonna lie, keep up on your yoga, because next time I'm gonna, like, probably hurt you. So, like, you gotta be careful not to be, pinned by me.
No, you should be careful yourself. I'm gonna hold up one of my knitting needles and like sharp.
So is that like code for something? Because like that is just a knitting needle. As you're all kind of talking through, the two Rough Nut and Tough Nut, as they introduce themselves to you, Rough Nut's like, so like honestly, like I'm pretty free most days. I just really like hanging out on the beach. I love good book. The largest Viking, big guy, little braided blonde mustache, introduced himself as Snotlout. As Minarith, you were right. How odd and fortuitous. What an odd Viking name to have. And finally, the leader introduced herself as Astrid. You see, she said, I lead the local Viking parties. We keep away any forces that might seek to harm us. I'm sure you've heard we're at war with a certain Viking warlord.
Mm-hmm. Viking warlord? I thought it was China. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit. No, we're like... If whatever animals want to worship dragons, we don't care about that. We care about Grimmel, who has unjustly taken over everyone, uses dragons as evil monsters, and is leading the Vikings in this war.
How much does Valka know about him? Like, has she heard that name before?
Valka, long ago, Grimmel was that, like... Imagine the, like... Oh, he was a very big bounty hunter back in the day. It's the equivalency of, imagine someone saying, hey, you know Boba Fett? He's now king of Tatooine.
Yeah.
It's that level of, like, he was a bounty hunter. A very good one, but, like, a bounty hunter.
But that's suddenly
he's the warlord chief of Burke, or I shouldn't say Burke, the Barbaric.
I was going to say what?
The BA. Thank you. I think I'm hilarious. Of the BA. You all sail in. Vikings, what you notice is, as you get close, these dragons that they're riding, immediately the Vikings are each throwing big chains and like grappling the dragons and pulling them off to cages. There are no free roaming dragons here. They're all caged kind of on the docks like boats. Big old dragon cages, almost as if they don't truly have symbiotic relationships yet with dragons. They are just these are just
kind of like making things better for Valka though, because it's not like you're telling me we're just cool with these things now.
They
so,
more
like,
or less use.
It's
Imagine
you should know what you guys were having all your fun comments. Valka was just white knuckling her sword, trembling with restraint to not just kill the dragons. So like she's a little more relaxed of like at least they're not just roaming around.
The equivalent of imagine like a matador riding the bull into battle.
Yes,
like it's that like these are dangerous creatures. We can kill each other, but like we have restrained them enough, right? As
I ease up a little bit.
You ease up. All right, just a little.
Not quite about to like snap a twig in half.
As you all approach off of the docks, more Vikings immediately show up. Lot of soldiers, lot of axes and helms.
I keep pointing to the flag.
Keep pointing to the flag.
Nothing was better than your solid little Envoys.
As Adora, Valka, Dax, Gingy, and Minarith. Many Vikings, you see one of them walks up. He's got like a big old black fur kind of cape on. Right, Astrid, what are we looking at today? You see like...
I was just asked, do I recognize any if there's like some older generation Vikings here?
You do see and barely recognize he was like a kid. You see Spikelout. who now you're noticing like, Snotlout, something. Like, then the nomenclature immediately kicks in and goes, okay, I see the family resemblance, maybe son or nephew. Spikelout, you see Astrid's like, we just have people that want to see the chief.
I'm gonna hop down and use that passive mysterious. Not you, Spikelout.
Spikelout is gonna roll history. Doesn't succeed. You're right. We crossed paths before.
You're just a boy when I left. Can't fault you for not remembering me.
You're the old crowd. Alright, well, yeah, let's take him to the chief. As you are all escorted up through the Viking village. The Vikings here are sharpening many blades, crafting weapons of war. As you all eventually reach...
Dora's not going to admit it, but she's kind of vibing with this.
She's vibing. I mean, this is... if you're going to come for the best, you got to hit hard. The Vikings here have been avoiding not only Grimmel, but Vikings and other raiders for centuries. They lead you up to the chief's house. Valka, this is still having been rebuilt, but a very close approximation of your old home. As they approach,
like a hand on his shoulder,
Astrid,
nod?
Stay here. I'll go talk to him. See if he's interested. She walks in. Valka, walking up now in this kind of congregation of Vikings. You're realizing that, like, while these are all indeed Viking civilians, like just normal villagers, any one of them would be horrifyingly dangerous in the fight. Like, all of them have really intense stat blocks. Walking up now to this mob congregation, you see, now missing a arm and a leg, is Gobber. Gobber walks up.
That's what I was
No,
hoping.
not around. Ashley went inside to talk to the chief.
She has gone inside to get
out
the chief.
ground.
I was so excited.
Sees
Just wait for
all
it. It's
of
gonna
you.
blow your
Gobber.
minds.
Gobber takes one
Did
look at
he
you all.
pass his history check?
Gobber does indeed pass a history check. Oh. Immediately turns and walks the other way.
Gobber, like, what the?
He's like, hop, that quick, like, hop.
Man.
As other Vikings kind of pressing it, they're not going to let you go after, but Gobber toddles off away.
What's that supposed to mean, Gobber?
That's gotta help with like the surrounding Vikings of, oh, she knows Gobber.
So, okay, we're starting to get more than just one or two names.
How dare you just hobble up like that?
Don't you hobble away from me.
Don't you hobble.
Hobble.
Because I know
Violently
it's so
hobbling.
frustrating. I love it.
It's insane. Here we go. As Astrid steps out of the door, you quickly realize that the door she has just exited from is a smaller door, like one a gnome would use in comparison to the wide swinging door, boom, that opens. A truly horrifically sized barbaric Viking.
No way. No
Long
way.
ram's horns, or long steer horn, big fur coat. You arrive! Attack our dragons! Hurt my Viking raiders! Who's the name of the one-eyed hellspawn that dares? As Valka, stoic, the vast, erupts in anger down from his house and, looking across you all, stops
You gotta know.
mid-sentence.
Valka's not very wise. I think the knee-jerk reaction here is sort out, what manner of beast be ye, and why are you wearing his face?
Doesn't say a word.
Answer me.
He takes 2 steps forward, big muscles staring at you. He doesn't say a single word.
I can. Do we need an escape route? Swiftwind is back up.
Give me your mind magic.
are you a changeling? And I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on him.
It doesn't work because as Stoic stops, you're just as beautiful as the day I lost you.
I think she drops the sword and starts to cry.
He starts sobbing, pulls you into a tight embrace. I never believed that there were any gods kind to me. But if you are my wife, then I truly, finally believe that there is kindness in this world.
I thought you died without a boy.
I thought you died.
And it becomes that, like, laugh cry.
Yeah, both of them, you both start laugh crying as
We're all like...
Stoic is in tears. Valka's in tears. All the Vikings look just as awkward as you guys.
I'm
And
crying.
you are all hearing be like, Valka, Stoic's wife thought she died. Like, there's a big murmur of like, what in the nine hells is going on? Stoic stops. Can I be? What happened? I saw and the dragon and how are you alive?
One of them was trying to carry me away as I thought I saw you both lost. And I managed to kill it, but it had already carried me far enough away. I thought there was nothing left for me here, so I traveled and killed whatever dragons I could find in other lands.
As you say all this, you see Stoic seems at a loss for words. This is interrupted briefly. As you are all here, a Viking runs up, one of those. Right, Stoic, gee, we got more boats coming in. We got some more raiders coming from Grimmel. And you see Stoic can't speak. Very much just lost. Astrid finally picks up just like, well, ready the dragons, we ride out. Immediately, rah! Lots of Vikings charge, yeah. Spitelau, Astrid, all these riders go back down to fend off more raiders. But as Stoic looks just deeply at you, Valka, that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
There's a lot that will happen next time, but thank you all so very much for playing. Thank you all for listening. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you for keeping that line from the movie.